Hey, it looks like we're live on Jam TV. Good to see everybody. Get ready for show number 10.
It's my time and I'm coming out to play. Get on that beat, I wanna misbehave. Yeah, go, look at me, go, make me wanna fight all the time. I'm shining now, makes no difference if the world...
Oh, back on. Oh, hey, how you doing, everybody? Jam TV show number 10. That means it's been 11 weeks that we have been in isolation and 10 weeks since we've had Jam TV running. It's good to see you all. I'm wearing my Mexican shirt that I got on the beach in Acapulco, Mexico, and it's really good to see you. I'm going to have Bill Nolman join us while I take care of business in the background. I got a lot of great people coming on tonight, some surprises and some good stuff. So here comes Bill Nolman. Hey.
I'm like the thing in a sideshow thing where, I'm the thing you throw out there so that they don't notice that the bearded lady isn't even bearded or a lady.
I was going to say you're the bearded lady, but you're something else. What are you? What other freak are you?
I'm the pig boy. I don't know what I am.
The pig boy, Bill Nolman. The guinea pig boy.
Guinea pig boy. There you go.
How you been doing?
Good. It was a beautiful day today, like extremely beautiful day today, and now people are rushing back to the stores and. It's if history shows anything, there should be a spike that comes out of this, but who knows? We'll see.
I don't know. I'm hoping that nobody knows anything, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh my God, guess what? It's gone. Oh my God, it's just gone." Like,
you know what? I was thinking the same thing the other day. I was riding my unicorn, and I saw like a double rainbow, and I was thinking, it's just going to go away.
I was on the second rainbow. Exactly. Oh my God. So yeah. So
by the way, the pot of gold thing.
I got tequila with. This is what I was riding on the double rainbow. Can you see that? That's me on the chicken, riding. Here it is, riding across the. No, the other way, riding across the screen.
Yeah, right now I've got you just as a still frame, but
Oh well, I don't know.
But I've got an imagination, and that shirt is taking me places, man.
God, can you hear me though?
Oh yeah, I can hear you fine.
All right, good. I'll let you take it away and do some music while I get things going.
Oh, is that what I'm supposed to do? Okay.
Do that.
This is just a drinking thing. Okie dokie. Hi, everybody. Week 10. I'm going to start off with a little song that was just so appropriate when I first started playing it around these times that I just can't stop, Richard Thompson song called Keep Your Distance. See, if I cross your path again, who knows where, who knows when? It's a morning without number on some highway without end. Well, don't grasp my hand and say, fate has brought us here today. Oh, fate is only fooling with us, friend. So keep your distance, keep your distance. When I feel you close to me, what can I do but fail? Keep your distance, keep your distance. Ah, with us it must be all or not at all. See, it's a desperate game we play. We throw our souls, our lives away. The wounds that can't be mended and the debts that can't be paid. Well, I played and I got stung. Now I'm biting back my tongue and I'm sweeping out the footprints where I strayed. Oh, keep your distance, keep your distance. When I feel you close to me, what can I do but fail? Keep your distance, keep your distance. All with us, it must be all or none at all. Keep your distance, keep your distance. When I feel you close to me, what can I do but fail? Keep your distance. Whoa, keep your distance. Oh, with us it must be all or none at all. Well, with us it must be all or none at all. Hey, there's a train. Right.
That sounded good.
Okay, sounds
Back to
okay.
good. I'm not going to use other words. I'm just going to say that sounds good to everybody now. That's just going to be a thing now.
No, or you could just go like, hey, that wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. It was all right. It was fine.
That was okay. I had a friend who went to Europe, and he comes back from, his older brother goes to Europe, and he comes back from Europe, and I hadn't been to Europe yet, and I was just like, oh man, you lucky guy. And I go, so what was it like? And he said, tasty. Like tasty. Europe.
Old. You smell like cheese over there. All right, do your thing.
On the water down in New Orleans, my baby's the pearl of the quarter. She's a charmer like you've never seen, singing voulez-vous, voulez-vous. Where the sailor spends his hard-earned pay, red beans and rice for a quarter. You can see her almost every day, singing voulez-vous, voulez-vous. And if you hear from my Louise, won't you tell her that I say hello? Just make it clear when the day is done, she's got a place to go. I walked alone down the Miracle Mile. I met my baby at the shrine of the martyr. She stole my heart with that Cajun smile, singing voulez-vous, voulez-vous. She loved the $1,000,000 words I say. She loved the candy and flowers that I brought her. She said she loved me and was on her way, singing voulez-vous, voulez-vous. And if you hear from my Louise, won't you tell her that I say hello? Just make it clear when her day is done, she's got a place to go. Ed's accordion could be good here. A minor, F, G, and we're out. And if you'd see my Marie, won't you tell her that I love her so? Just make it clear when a day is done, you got a place to go.
Yeah, we'll have to work that out because that would work.
I had it sitting here. I was like, I want to grab it, and I grabbed it, and I unmuted the microphone, and it went like really bad. Oh well.
You grabbed it, and suddenly it was like, "Lady of Spain, I adore you."
Exactly. It's I figured out with Ray Simonelli that if it's a song that doesn't have lots of crazy changes, and I can just sort of put a wash over it, it's fine because it's going to be out of sync. As long as it's you just
Right.
can play a chord over, then it sounds amazing. But as long as you start doing changes, I'll be like a half a whatever behind you.
Well, I think we try it out on something that's not a Steely Dan song. I think we do.
Exactly.
But there's a couple that I know, like we've talked about this for a long time, about doing something that's vaguely Tex-Mex. I think that would work.
That would be great. Yeah, speaking of Steely Dan, so I'm doing these music collaborations. I don't know if you've seen any of them with
I have.
JC Alza and Mike Baumwall from Infinity Edge as drummer. And we're doing these collab videos. And we started out with a what do we start out with? It was we did a Tower of Power tune. We did What Is Hip.
Yep.
As an organ trio, and then that attracted some other artists, and we did a Jaco Pastorius tune called "Come On,
Just
Come
a Jaco
Over."
Pastorius tune.
Oh my God, it called "Come On, Come Over." I'd never heard the song. It was so hard, but it was like, oh wow, we're like challenging ourselves. And then Mike sends me a message. He goes, "All right, here's what we're gonna do. I got to look up what it is," but it was a Steely Dan tune, and I listened to it, and I'm like, all right, the bass and the drums are like not in any key. The bass is obviously, but like it was horns and it was keyboards and it was crazy chords, and I was like, forget it, I'm out. I can't do it. It's too hard.
There's some of their stuff has changes for the sake of changes, which doesn't mean it isn't fabulous, but it's just like
It's fabulous. But what I've always said with Steely Dan is that you can't really bring your own thing to it so much. You either do it right or you screw it up. Anything short of exactly the way they meant it.
By that standard, the last song was screwed up.
Exactly. My God, Steely Dan. I had a drummer in a band I played with. A drummer. He leans over. He wasn't even a regular musician. He was a drummer, and he leaned over to me during a rehearsal, and he said, in a quiet voice, he said, "Ed, let me just ask you on that chord. It was in Peg. The song was Peg." He said,
Right.
"Where are you playing the dominant 7, on the top or the bottom?" And I went, I was like, I don't even think I know what you mean. And I was like, hold on. And I looked at the chord, right? And I go, that's the root, and that's the 5th, and there's a 7. Oh yeah, the dominant. That must be that note, right? And I went, oh, I'm playing it on the top. He goes, it's wrong. You need to play it on the bottom. And I was like, oh. And then I played it, and it was like, oh God, that's why it didn't sound right.
Yeah, and they also have that one chord where you're sort of adding a 2 or a 9 or something, and it like, if you don't play every just regular straight chord like with that, you lose that whole modality thing, which makes a lot of their stuff really nice.
That's right.
Like,
so I said no, and today I said no again. The singer wanted to do that Chaka Khan tune. That what's that song? You can't even count it. It's I'll look it up and tell you in the next break.
Is it Chuck? Okay.
It's
now that we've blown my
Khan,
whole time slot.
and it's Tell Me Something Good.
Oh yeah. Rufus,
And
right?
you can't even count it's like and then it straightens out like
Yeah.
it's hard to play. So
And that actually might be. It's possibly a song that was written by Stevie Wonder. Possibly, I can't remember.
that could be, yeah, that sounds about right. Because we're doing a Stevie Wonder tune tonight with that group. So
There you go.
all right, take it away.
Okay. This is an Andrew Gold song. I was born on a summer day, 1951. With a slap of hand, he landed as he always son. His mother and father said, what a lovely boy, let's teach him what we learned. Yes, so what we learned, we dress him up warmly and we'll send him to school. Teach him how to fight to be nobody's fool. Oh, oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Say in the summer of 53, his mother brought him a sister. She told him we must attend to her need. She's so much younger than you. Well, he ran down the hall and he cried, oh, how could my parents have lied? They said he was the only son. Well, they thought he was the only one. Oh, oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Goodbye, mama. Goodbye to you. Goodbye, papa. I'm pushing on through. He left home on a winter day in 1969, and he hoped to find all of the love he lost in earlier time. Well, his sister grew up, she married a man, and he gave her a son. Yes, a lovely son, they dressed him up warmly. They sent him to school and taught him how to fight to be nobody's fool. Oh, oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. I said, oh, oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy.
There's that Steely Dan. Yeah, you know how to play that stuff.
Yeah, I did that for a while, and it was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot.
So here's the thing, right? So I'm driving down the road, right? And I'm like, I like go from like
driving down the road on a okay.
I go from like third gear to like the wrong gear, and I'm like, I'm forgetting how to drive. I'm forgetting how to shift. Are we all going to forget how to play all the music we knew how to play before?
I don't.
That's right.
You know, honestly, on that respect, I don't see any difference of what you know, like that aspect of this has been almost exactly the same as it always was. At least for me, it's like I sit there, you know, and I go like, oh, geez, that's a fun song. Why don't I learn that? And then I
no. I don't mean you and your guitar, you know, gently weeping. I'm talking about. You know, when you get with a band and you're expected to play, you know, a Steely Dan tune, are you going to remember how to even work with a band when this is all over?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's all I know how to do. All I know how to do is sort of put some tasty stuff in and everybody else holds it down. I don't know if I'm doing these collabs with these guys and it's taken me a bunch of takes. My fingers aren't doing what you know, they're supposed to do on take one.
Yeah, but you know, well, I mean, some of it is, you know, it's always different playing with other people. That is always different, you know. But It doesn't. I've heard those things. You're not doing bad. You're fishing. You're fishing for compliments, aren't you? Okay.
Yeah, there it is. Fishing. Exactly.
And there
All
it
right,
is.
Do one more.
Okay, so this, to your point, like when you sit here and you go like, okay, there's like 2 minutes to showtime, you're like, hey, that's a good song. I haven't played this song in a long time. Why don't I freaking do this song? So that's the way it goes. And this is a funny song by the Grateful Dead, and it's got some very funny lyrics to it that almost feel like it was written, like 8 years ago. There's some things in here that are funny, but And you'll notice the lack of harmony. Oh, the first days are the hardest days. Don't you worry anymore. 'Cause when life looks like easy street, there is danger at your door. Think this through with me. Let me know your mind. Whoa, what I want to know is, are you kind? It's a buck dancer's choice, my friend. Better take my advice. You know all the rules by now, and the fire from the ice. Will you come with me? Won't you come with me? Whoa, what I want to know, will you come with me? Goddamn, will I declare, have you seen the like? Their walls are built of cannonballs. Their motto is, don't tread on me. Come here, Uncle John's band. Got the riverside. Got some things to talk about. Here beside the rising tide. Same story the crow told me, it's the only one he knows. Like the morning sun he comes, and like the wind he goes. Ain't no time to hate, barely time to wait. Whoa, what I want to know, where does the time go? I live in a silver mine, and I call it Beggar's Tomb. I've got me a violin, and I beg you, call a tune. Anybody's choice, I can hear your voice. Whoa, what I want to know, how does the song go? Come here, Uncle John's band, by the riverside. Got some things to talk about, here beside the rising tide. Come here, Uncle John's band, play into the tide. Come on along or go alone. He's come to take the children home. Whoa, I want to know, how does this song go? Seriously. Come here, Uncle John's band, by the riverside. Everybody out there in the ether, got some things to talk about, here beside the rising tide. Come here, Uncle John's band, play into the tide. Come on along, go alone. He's bound to take his Nobody loves ending on a suspension more than me. I will tell you that. Thank you.
Hey, look who I got here. I got Ray Simonelli and I got Dennis Allred.
Ray to me is like just a black box right now. I'm not seeing Ray.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
No woman.
I'm almost a
Ray
Are you
Love.
there? Can you hear me, Ray?
I can't.
No,
We're
Ray
trying to
looks like
find the
he's-
black box, and maybe we'll figure out where this whole thing went wrong. I'm not
Maybe
sure.
Ray is frozen. I don't know.
Ray, yeah,
I
I'm
can
not
see
seeing
you,
Ray.
Bill.
I'm seeing Dennis, but I'm not seeing Ray.
No, Ray, I'm gonna come back in, Ray, when you get a chance. So,
Ray, turn the lights on when you get a chance, will you? You know.
exactly. You know, I kicked him from the studio. He'll have to figure it out. Yeah, he was just like frozen, but he was frozen in such a nice stance. He was like,
Just thought, yeah, that was right.
you know.
So lifelike.
Exactly.
You know.
You guys know each other, right, Dennis and Bill?
Oh yeah.
Well, this is the second. This is maybe the second week where you've asked that, and now we do because we met last week or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
No, you weren't on the show last
I
week,
wasn't.
were you, Dennis?
No, I wasn't.
Well, then the
I
week
met
before then.
I met Bill once before a long time ago.
Right.
I'm surprised how
Everybody
many
looks the
people I've
same
met.
now. Everybody's
I know, if you
getting
get
the
the-
beard. How come you're shaving, Bill Nolman?
You know, I actually I grew a beard at the beginning of this thing, like, and the thing about, you know, when you're already dealing with like being follically challenged, you bring in the beard and the beard is like gray. None of this is
I
working
know.
for you. Like it's not it's not working for me. You know what I'm saying? Is like if I had the head of hair, then I could do whatever I want. I go with the gray beard. I could look like Michael McDonald. I don't really care. But the gray beard with the no hair, no, that just isn't.
When,
You know,
when I
I
was
don't know.
17, I grew a beard or mustache to look older. Now I don't want to look older.
No,
You're right.
AJ is rocking the virus. He is rocking the pandemic. He shows up. AJ's got like the white hair. Now his beard is like getting full and it's white. And he wears a bandana. He looks like a villain in a western. You know.
yeah,
That's
but-
right. Are we supposed to wear a mask for this? I forgot.
Yeah, exactly. We all wear bandanas. Yeah, my bandana is gonna go real well with my Mexican shirt. I got this shirt in Acapulco on the beach. This woman was selling T-shirts, like I love Acapulco T-shirts, right? And she was wearing a flowery shirt like this, and I'm like, I don't want the T-shirt you're selling. Like, I don't want you to feed your family. No, I want what you're wearing. Where do I get that? She goes, oh, I made that.
That's
I
not
said,
the first
okay.
time I've heard that from an American tourist either. You know. It's-
I go, here's the deal. I'll see you back on the beach here tomorrow, and you can take my measurements, and you can make me some shirts. So she made me like 5 shirts, you know, with these flowery prints and whatever, and I still have them, and I love them. This is like 25 years ago.
Only you, Ed, the custom tailor right on the beach. It's like it's
Exactly. It was like she charged me the same price as the T-shirts. They were like $5
Oh, wow.
a shirt, and they're sort of made like she made them on the sewing machine, like the way she cut the fabric is like look kind of it's just like slapped together. But I love them. I love the shirt. I thought I'd wear it tonight.
I love Mexico.
I do too. I love Mexico. So, all right, Bill Nolman. That was great.
Adios, muchachos.
Sounds good.
Now let's see if we can get Ray Simonelli back. He's moving.
Dennis,
There's
see
Ray.
you. See you next time.
Check one.
Hey,
I see Ray
Simonelli.
now.
How you doing, man?
Ray.
Hey, Ray. Ray Simonelli, can you hear us? Somebody talk to
We
Ray.
can hear
Maybe he
him.
can't hear me.
Can you hear us, Ray?
Ray, speak. Good boy. Good boy.
Hey,
Speak.
what's up?
Can you
That's
hear us,
good boy,
Ray?
Ray.
Can
Speak.
you
I
hear
can
us?
hear you.
Oh,
Hey,
good,
Bill,
good,
can you
good.
see me now?
Yeah, we got you.
I can see you.
How you doing?
Look
I
at
like
Ray.
the backdrop
Ray,
there.
Ray
I don't know what that is, but
he's
it,
rocking
What's
the
that?
best backdrop. He's got lighting
I,
and the
I,
backdrop.
I can hear you.
that backdrop is kind of like faux glass bricks. You know, like it's got like a whole vibe to it. You know.
And he's clean shaven. Looks Mr. GQ there.
Yeah, you look good, Ray.
He's like the Dean Martin for his generation. You know.
There's
so how are you doing, Ray?
big
How's it
delay on the vocals going in.
Oh, are you listening to the
You can
live
hear me?
stream? Are you listening to the live stream and not us?
As they say on the fan, Ray, turn your radio down. You know.
Yeah, don't listen to the live
Yeah,
stream.
Sam.
Turn the live stream off. I think he's listening to the live stream and he hears us delayed.
Today, I feel like the luckiest
No,
man
actually, it's coming
in the
out
world.
another device.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Well,
If it
hopefully
sounds like
you can
you
hear
hear
it.
it, then it's wrong, you know.
All right, Bill Norman, I'll
That
see you
could be,
later.
yeah.
Adios.
And we'll get Ray Simonelli going one way or another. And guess who else I got? I got Greg Oliveris waiting. I got Tom McNulty Greg's in Nashville, and Tom McNulty is in Florida, Venice, Florida.
I figured with the one way or another reference, you had Debbie Harry coming on later on.
Exactly. All right,
Later.
Bill, I'll catch you later. Good stuff. Bill Norman. All right, Ray Simonelli, how you been? I think Ray is watching the live stream. Ray, if you can hear the sound of my voice, turn the live stream off. Turn Facebook off.
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Yeah, turn Facebook off if you could hear me. You're watching the live stream, which is delayed, and that's why you're hearing us like 20 seconds later. So turn your Facebook off. That's
Yeah,
just-
but I can't hear you in my headphones for some reason. That's the problem.
That's the problem. Okay, so okay,
Yeah,
play
I
a song.
can't hear
Can
you in the
see me?
headphones.
Play a song.
Yeah, and you're froze up. The stream drop.
It's just weird.
Oh.
All right, Ray, I'm dropping you out, and we're gonna figure that out. Anyway, how you doing, Dennis Allred?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Have I not seen you in a long time? Because I don't
It-
remember you having a beard at all last time I
I
saw you.
didn't. This has been just like, how long? 9 weeks? Something like that, 8, 9 weeks.
Wow, I guess I haven't been in touch with you in quite a while.
No,
since we
not-
talked about collaborative
Not,
videos and
we've
such.
IM'd and stuff, but that's about it.
Yeah, right. That's true. Well, good to see your face. You know, I'm glad you're doing all right.
Well, and I had to wear my favorite shirt. Low
Oh
life.
yeah, that's great. Maybe I'll bring Tom McNulty up. I see him futzing with his camera. I don't know if he can hear me, but let's try that, and I'll work with Ray behind the scenes to get him running. So, hey, Tom McNulty,
Yeah, I got to come up a little, huh?
this is like, oh, we're now like, what are we doing? We're on TV and we don't know how to do it. How you been?
Yeah. Well, you know how it is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's Dennis Allred, by the way. That
Hey,
that guy.
nice to meet
Hey,
you.
Dennis, how's it going, man?
Good. I've seen your name a million times.
Oh, thank you. I figured I'd do a little mandolin instead of guitar today.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, something a little different anyway.
Yeah.
Getting tired of playing guitar.
Yeah, right.
I'm
How's
doing
everything
some work.
going
I have
down
a really
there?
old Gibson that came in one of those plastic bridges, so I tore that all off. It was a bolt on. I filled in all the holes and stuff, and now I'm ready to put a new bridge on it.
Cool.
So maybe next week I'll play that.
All right, sounds good. Hey, so what are you going to play for us?
I'm gonna play a couple of Daryl Scott tunes. I'm gonna do one Daryl Scott tune and a Daryl and Tim O'Brien song.
All right,
So,
cool. Take it away. I'm going to go backstage and
All right,
help
thank
Ray
you.
Simonelli.
Very good. This one is a Daryl tune. Hold on, let me wet my whistle here first. But before I start, I really want to thank Ed. Ed does an awesome job coordinating all this and making this happen. It's a pleasure to come out here and pick a couple tunes for you. So this one's called Down to the River. Now me and some buddies went down by the river. There were drinkers and dopers and abstainers by choice. There was red wine and white lines and blue smoke and good times. And when we all sang, we had us one boy singing, let's all go down to the river at midnight. We'll swim muddy waters and pick us a tune. And we won't give a damn. It's rock, folk, country, or blues. Well, the sirens were screaming, the blue lights were flashing. I got me a ride in a humorless car. Well, they read me my rights and they sensed my conviction. They said you shall be released when we know what you are. Well, the kangaroo court is now in session. Exhibit A is a blaring radio. They said, son, it's clear what is to be expected. I said, sir, your music ain't got no soul. Singing, let's all go down to the river at midnight. We'll swim muddy waters and pick us a tune, and we won't give a damn. Just rock, folk, country, or blues. Let us go down. Let us go down. Now Woody fed Ramblin' some old hobo chili, and Ramblin' fed Dylan beneath the banana tree. Guy in town's whipped up a stew down in Texas and brought the whole hog down to Tennessee, singing let's all go down to the river at midnight. We'll swim in muddy waters and pick us a tune, and we won't give a damn. It's rock, folk, country, or blues. Let us go down. Let us go down. Yeah. All right, I got another one for you here. Another Mando tune. And this one is kind of even more so applicable to today's times. I really like this tune a lot. This is a song that nobody knows. I couldn't begin to describe how it goes, but it makes me cry or laugh right out loud. It's a song that I sing when there's no one around. And this is a man that nobody sees. He wears my old clothes and he looks just like me. If he learned how to fly, he'd never touch down. He's the man that I am when there's no one around. And it's 4 a.m. and I'm lying in bed with a tape in my face playing inside my head. It's heartaches and hard knocks and things I don't know. I listen and wonder, where will it go? This is a glimpse of the child within. He's so immature, but he's still my best friend. He's just one of the boys who gets lost in the crowd. He's the kid that I am when there's no one around. And this is the dance I do every day. I let my feet go and they wander away. Well, I let my soul lead and follow the sound. It's the dance that I do when there's no one around. It's 4 a.m. and I'm lying in bed with a tape in my face playing inside my head. It's heartaches and hard knocks and things I don't know. I listen and wonder, where will it go? Now this is a song that nobody knows. I couldn't begin to describe how it goes, but it makes me cry or laugh right out loud. It's a song that I sing when there's no one around. The dance that I do, follow the sound, the one deep inside when there's no one around. The song that I sing when there's no one around. There you go. That's Tim O'Brien and Daryl Scott.
That's really cool. You've been playing the mandolin a long time?
No, not really.
Sound great.
Yeah, a little, I do that, and actually I do the dobro, and then the banjo. I'm sure you've seen me.
You play the banjo too?
Yeah, I play the banjo too. Yeah,
So
maybe next week I could do a banjo tune.
How do you string a that compared to a guitar?
This is just like a violin, but it's doubled up on the strings. So
Got it,
And
got
actually, lots of violin players think that they can play the mandolin, so they buy that. I bought this one from a woman who was a violin player, and she bought it. And she never played it because they can't get that chop thing. And she
Right.
said, I can play all the notes, but I can't get that chop thing. So I got a good deal.
That's great. Yeah, they're so pretty, mandolins. They're just really cool.
Yeah, they really are. They're really expensive too. It's stupid. They're stupid expensive.
Are they old? Are they like a lute? Are they, from like the 1600s or something? Like, what's the deal with the mandolin?
Yeah, maybe the round bowl back ones are, like the Italian ones and all that. I mean, these ones, the grail of this type of mandolin is 20s, 23. A guy named Lloyd Lohr, who was like an engineer for Gibson, kind of revolutionized the whole the whole mandolin thing with these F5 style mandolins and the way he just and actually back then when they started making these in the 20s, the pitch was not 440. It was like A423 or something. It was flat. So what happened was they were making these instruments, and then when they changed the standard to 440 and they tuned these things up, they rang. They like turned into something else.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yes. So that's why they have such a they chop. And it's
That's
so
interesting.
actually I'm looking to get another one. One sounds a little better than this one.
Yeah, they're really cool. I like them a lot.
Definitely. But I really enjoy coming out here, Ed, and I'll try and make it again next week, and play. Maybe I'll do a banjo tune or something. Or
That'd be great. I'd love that. I'd love it. Bring all your weird instruments. I love it.
Yeah. Well, they're all here.
That's
They're all
awesome.
in the room, and they kind of reside here, for my Tuesday and Friday shows. And actually, tomorrow I'm going to do for a girl named Amy Tomorrow. I don't know if you know Amy. She does
think I know her
AM
name.
Productions. She does the whole local Palooza thing. That's her whole thing. She does that. She's part of Connecticut Folk. She's on their board,
Right.
And she's a promoter, and she really doesn't make a whole lot. And she's really hammered now that nobody's working and there's no money coming in. So tomorrow's show I'll be doing 4 to 6 for Amy, and
Cool.
so anybody who wants to come by, go onto my Facebook and I'll have a live thing on there between 4 and 6 that I do every Tuesday and Friday.
That's very, very, very cool.
Yeah, and I do that for out of work musician, or in this case Amy, because she's just like a musician. She's impacted the same way all the rest of us are. But really, thanks very much, Ed. I appreciate it.
Yeah, really cool. Really cool to see you.
Yes, and I'll
And
come
we'll
back
see.
again.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'll come back next week for sure.
All right, great.
Thanks
See you
very
later.
much.
That's good.
Nice to see you.
Here he goes. Hey, Ray Simonelli, can you hear us?
Can't see him. He's a box.
He's a box. Ray
Oh.
Simonelli is having some problems. No, he is
Is he on there?
off the air again. I don't know what's up. We can watch Greg Oliveris eating a sandwich. We could do that. Hey, there's Greg. You're chowing out on his sandwich. Hey,
Dude, I'm eating a little dinner, man.
yeah,
gotta
how's it
keep
going?
an eye on
I was enjoying the show and just yeah. Oh yeah, this is me and my girlfriend Katie.
Hey, Jay.
Ed says hello. I was just telling her about how you and Ed were, or you and Ray were both responsible for getting the majority of the gigs I ever had in Southwestern Connecticut.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Ray got me my first ever restaurant gig.
Here's Ray. Hey, Ray, can you hear us? No, Ray can't hear us. I don't know.
Can you still hear me all right?
Ray's having technical problems. Let's see.
You're good.
If I go like this, will he play
I
a
can
song?
hear you.
Oh, you
Hey,
can hear
Ray!
me?
I can hear you.
Oh, good. I'm glad. We couldn't hear you. How's it going? Oh, there's a delay. Okay, I got to solve the problem
you doing?
with Ray Simonelli. Are you ready to play yet, Greg?
I can hear you.
Yeah, my guitar's right here, man.
All right, cool. Grab your guitar. I want to talk to you
Doing
before
good.
you do that. Yeah, Ray's got some sort of a delay, and I suspect I know what the problem is. But he's listening to the live stream on Facebook and it's like later. So Ray, you have to turn Facebook off. You have to quit out of Facebook. That's the problem. So we'll try to fix him up and bring you. So how you been, Greg Oliveras?
Doing all right, man. It's the Nashville parts have been treating me well. It's quite the music scene down here.
Yeah, even still now?
Oh, well, sorry. Should have said it has been quite the music scene following my move to Nashville in 2016. And then right up until the beginning of March 2020, it was great. Now it's just like it is everywhere else. So a lot of musician friends who are out of work, I was going to say. So,
for those of you who don't know Greg Oliveras, and Dennis, I don't think you know who he is, right?
I don't.
Good to meet you, Dennis.
Nice
Dennis
to meet you.
Allred is a great bass player from Utah who somehow landed, like people from Connecticut, they're like, when I retire, I am moving to Utah. And
Right on.
People in Utah are like, when I retire, I'm moving to Stanford.
Not all who wander are lost, right?
I'm going to spend the pandemic in Stamford, Connecticut, not in Utah. Like if you want to
We got to be right in the middle of it all.
Yeah, this is Peter Lenihan, right? Peter Lenihan, right? That guy, he's playing, so I have him muted. But Peter is in Utah. He's from Stanford. He's from Connecticut.
Oh, nice.
As soon as everything started getting crazy, he
Congratulations.
ran back to Utah.
God bless you. I should be next.
You're probably next. It's probably.
Unless they think I'm a.
Utah won't let us in anymore. You have to fill out paperwork to land.
Exactly. I think Peter Lenihan's watching the local news or something.
Might be.
So anyway, so Greg Oliveras. So you are a guy who you have it absolutely right. He, like most people are like, you know what? Watch what I can do, and they get up in the open mic and they play their guitar, and they're awesome. And they're like, you know what? I'm awesome. I'm going to move to Nashville, and you're like, don't move to Nashville. With your last money, you're going to end up poor, and you're going to die. And so Greg Oliveras is like, well, here's the thing. I'm moving to Nashville, but I have a job with my company, and they're transferring me to the Nashville office, so I'm going to be rich and pursuing music.
Well, hey, student loan debt makes the rich thing kind of hard, but
Yeah, exactly.
I appreciate the sentiment. If you can keep saying your prayers that I become rich, that'd be most
There you
appreciated.
go. Absolutely. So it's good to see you. How's the pandemic doing down in Nashville?
I think pretty much like it is everywhere else, man. They're starting to open some things up. And Nashville is going through a phased reopening, 4 phases, and the first phase started at the beginning of last week, and that allows just for, I think, restaurants at 50% capacity was the big one, and a few other businesses that might be deemed non-essential. But Katie and I actually went out to dinner last night. We were just really itching to get out of the house, and it was good. The restaurant was maybe a little more full than I would have liked. It did not seem like they were abiding by the 50% capacity rule. But, knock on wood, we don't see any symptoms over the next 2 to 14 days. We'll have thought it was very much worth it. So,
Cross your fingers.
Exactly.
I want this to be over, and I want music. So it's no music starting up in Nashville, right?
No. All the bars, like Broadway is where a lot of the local cats go down to play to, actually make some money. And all of that is, there are no gigs, no money to be made down there right now. There are a lot of people in this town that were relying on that for their work, like everyone else that works in, a service industry job or anything that relies on human contact, right? So
absolutely.
Yeah, Ed, this is so cool that you've been throwing these together, man. I love that you're keeping the music alive. So thanks for inviting me.
Really glad we can finally get you on. So
thank you, man.
What are you going to do for us?
So how many tunes do you want me? You said 2 or 3?
Do 2.
2. Do is beautiful. So, and you guys, are you hearing the guitar come through right over there?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Cool. All right. So I think I was going to start just in honor of Isolation. One of my favorite tunes by Jack Johnson, which is called Better Together.
Take it away. All
about just not being isolated and enjoying the company of those that you love. So here we go. There's no combination of words I could put on the back of a postcard. No song that I could sing, but I could try for your heart. In our dreams, and they are made out of real things, like a shoebox of photographs, some sepia tone loving. Love is the answer, at least, to most of the questions in my heart. And why we here, and where do we go, and how come it's so hard? It's not always easy, and sometimes life can be deceiving. I'll tell you one thing, it's always better when we're together. Ooh, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, we look at them stars when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. If all these moments just might find their way into my dreams tonight, well, I know that they'll be gone before the morning light sings. It brings new things. For tomorrow night you'll see that they'll be gone too. Too many things we got to do. If all these dreams just might find their way into my day-to-day scene, well, I'm under the impression that they were somewhere in between. Well, only two now, just me and you. Not so many things we got to do, or places we got to be. We'll sit beneath the mango tree now. Ooh, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, we look at them stars when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. I believe in memories, they look so pretty when I sleep. And when I wake up, you look so pretty, sleeping next to me. But there's not enough time. There is no song I could sing. There is no combination of words I could say, but I'll tell you one thing, we're better together. It's always better when we're together.
Nice to see you play.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
I miss you. You know, like back in the Cobb's Mill days. That was like 100 years ago.
The Cobb's Mill jams. Those were so real, man. That was so much fun. I felt so just glad when I discovered the Connecticut music scene. I was like, I've been doing this in my bedroom for so long, but there are people out there that want to do it too.
Yeah.
Oh.
How are your parents doing, by the way?
They're good. They live in South Carolina now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought they moved. Where did they move to first? They moved somewhere else.
So they were living in Wilton, and then they moved to Brookfield, and then Shelton. Went to more than one house before it was time to come down to South Carolina.
That's great.
Because my nephews, I got two of them now. They live in Charlotte. So my parents are just over the border to South Carolina, about half an hour outside of Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's fantastic, and they're doing all right?
Yeah, they're doing well, and how's the Connecticut music scene been now? You guys are jamming in Stamford, right?
Number one, what Connecticut music scene? No. So, all right. So here's the history, right? So it started at Georgetown Saloon, sort of. I mean, I was in the jam circuit before that at like Monster Bees and Fiddler's Green and with other people. And then it was at Georgetown Saloon. And then I moved to Le Chateau, which was a fancy French restaurant. They allowed me to do a little jam there. And then we moved to the Willows. And then we moved to Cobb's Mill Inn, where I met you.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And then after that, we did 323 and the Black Duck. Then we moved to Stamford to Rascal Flats.
That's the name of a place in Stamford? I didn't even know that existed.
Okay, so there's a band, Rascal Flats, obviously.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And this guy, this is a great freaking story, right? So this restaurant, we were down there, we were jamming, we were rocking Wednesday nights, but
Yeah.
every other night of the week was terrible, like just not working at all. And the burgers were bad and undercooked, and the food was horrible,
no.
and the service was worse, and the manager was it was drunk all the time. It was a fiasco, right? And they had a place at the Stanford Mall, like right in front of the mall where the Capitol Grill is, it's expensive real estate. Whatever.
Yeah.
What are these people doing? Rascal Flatts, the band, supposedly opened up this restaurant, right?
Wow.
Anyway, so I was like, we're going to milk this for all that is.
As well you
They
should.
had a great stage. They had a super duper sound system.
Wow. Uncommon in those parts.
It was amazing, right? And so with pictures of Rascal Flatts, the band, all around the place. Anyway, so one day I got a phone call from the sound guy who's a friend of mine, and he says, get your butt down here and get your gear out of here right now. They're chaining the doors. I'm like, oh my God, right? So I race down there. I get all my pull a drum set out and everything, and I get that all out. All right, so you're not even going to believe. I'm going to tell the short version because we're on TV, but you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. Okay?
All right, hit me.
So then there's this. So what happened was they opened this restaurant, Rascal Flatts, and they opened they were opening 10 of them, like Hawaii and Las Vegas and California, different all over this huge chain, right? And there was another chain called Toby Keith's, named after Toby Keith, right?
Naturally.
From Nashville, right? And
I was going to say, this sounds like stuff that would happen on Broadway in Nashville. It doesn't sound like what would be happening in Stamford, Connecticut.
Listen to this. So they're opening up these places at malls, right? Anyway, long story short, there was a guy in the 1970s and 80s, I think, who was a self-proclaimed Mafia 5 family hitman, con artist, loan shark, murderer, like drug dealer, like a bad guy. Right?
Self-proclaimed?
Oh, yeah. No. So what this guy does, he gets caught, right? By the likes of like Rudy Giuliani before he was famous, okay?
Wow.
And he turns evidence on the mafia, and he puts like 60 mafia guys in prison by testifying against them. So they put him in the witness protection program in Arizona, right? So he's this like, My Blue Heaven. I don't know, you ever seen that movie with Steve Martin? He's like totally out of place. He's living out in Arizona, right? And he's got a new identity. And so he goes, you know what? If I have a new identity, I'm going to become a restaurateur and a real estate developer.
Oh, boy.
And he goes to the bank and he says, why don't you guys lend me $80 million? And I'm going to start some hotel chains and I'm going to license Toby Keith and whatever. So he gets his investor groups together, whatever, and he steals all the money.
Oh,
He opens
crap.
the restaurants. He puts almost nothing in it. He doesn't pay the contractors. He doesn't pay anybody, right? And he steals the $80 million. And then the restaurant dramatically goes out of business and he absconds with the money and nobody ever sees him. And this is the guy. This is the guy who turned all that evidence. And he was doing it with his cover story identity from Witness Protection Program.
Oh, my Lord.
It's going to be a movie one day. And Rascal Flatts was one of them.
Holy crap, man.
Holy crap. And so, and we knew it. But we never met him. He lived in somewhere. He lived in Arizona or somewhere. Nobody saw him. He never, even the manager, he's like, I got hired. I don't even know who I work for. Like, I met them.
That doesn't seem real.
I was like, this is going to end badly. So anyway, we went from there and we ended up at Bobby Q's.
That makes all the stuff that happened with the Cobb's Mill just seem like child's play.
The Cobb's Mill was a crazy story, and this place is the crazy. I'm going to write a book. That's it.
Oh Lord, man.
Which, by the way, I'm gonna turn the ticker on. All right, I have never done this. So we've done 10 of these shows, as you know. Okay?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be doing something. I'm putting down. You see the ticker tape that's.
Oh yeah.
And I haven't done this before, and I've got to declare an emergency a little bit. So, you got your job is still going on, right? You're working for Nielsen, right?
I'm one of the very lucky ones that still, my work has been unchanged.
I'm really glad that you are. And
Thank you.
me being a musician and putting on multiple jams and shows, I'm doing a little teaching, but I'm hanging out there. And did I see a stimulus check? Not yet. I don't get I don't get unemployment. And they're like, oh, don't worry. The gig worker, this program, we're out of money and we can't get them on the phone and whatever. So I'm like and I'm paying my bills and I'm doing okay. And I'm sitting in a little cabin in Pennsylvania having a wonderful time doing Jam TV and other things and collabing videos. But I'm broke. So look at the scroll, everybody. And Greg Oliveris is going to be like, for $1 a day, you can save Ed Train. And
don't sell yourself short, Ed. I think it's at least $5 for you.
Yeah, there you go, $5. So listen, if you want to throw a few, but not you, if you want to throw some money towards Jam TV, if you're sitting at home in the pandemic and the only good thing in your life is Jam TV, and if you feel pity on my poor soul, then baksheesh, please give me some money, show me the money. And so anyway, down below I put, for the first time ever I've done this in the show, and I'm using you to sell my begging
dude
behavior.
you picked a good person. Honestly, I think it's amazing that you put all this effort into doing this to kind of keep folks' spirits up during this time, and being in Nashville and being around so many musicians who are just out of work and miserable. Like, this is, or not being around them physically, but it's a really incredible thing you're doing. So I will be supporting, and I hope everybody else does too.
Well, that's very, very nice of you. So I put a link to my PayPal and to my Venmo down below, and I'm hoping that some benefactor watching this will go, you know what? I've got $10 million. I'm going to give it to Jam TV, to Ed Train. But I would not be offended if you gave me 50 cents or $8 or $12 or $20 or $100 a month or $50 or $1, whatever it is. So I would appreciate that, and I will continue to bring you. I'm like PBS now, right? And we will continue to bring you the quality broadcast, like Greg Oliveris here. You know?
I love it, man.
Can you do another song? Because otherwise they'll be like, guy wants $4, and he like Greg Oliveris is not even singing. What the hell's going on?
I'm happy to do another song. All right, I'm gonna play another cover for you guys. This song I've known for a long time, but I didn't actually really read into the lyrics until recently, and it's about a person that has to go out and find themselves, and the person who got left behind really having a lot of angst and being really upset about it. It's called The Drops of Jupiter by Train. She's back in the atmosphere, drops of Jupiter in her hair. She acts like summer and walks like rain, reminds me that there's a time to change. Since the return of her stay on the moon, she listens like spring and she talks like June. Tell me, did you sail across the sun? Did you make it to the Milky Way to see the lights are faded? That heaven is overrated. Tell me, did you fall from a shooting star? One without a permanent scar? And did you miss me while you were looking for yourself out there? That she's back from that summer vacation, tracing her way through the constellations. She checks out Mozart while she does typo, reminds me that there's room to grow. Now that she's back in the atmosphere, I'm afraid that she might think of me as a plain old Jane story about a man who was too afraid to fly, so he never did left. Tell me, did the wind sweep you off your feet? Did you finally get the chance to dance along the light of day and head back to the Milky Way? Tell me, did Venus blow your mind? Was it everything you wanted to find? And did you miss me while you were looking for yourself out there? Can you imagine Lola Friday, fried chicken, your best friend always sticking up for you? even when I know you're wrong. Can you imagine no first class, freeze-dried romance, 5-hour phone conversation, the best soy latte that you ever had with me? Tell me, did the wind sweep you off your feet? Did you finally get the chance to dance along the light of day and head back to the Milky Way? Tell me, did the wind sweep you off your feet? Did you finally get the chance to dance along the light of day and head back to the Milky Way? Tell me, did you fall from a shooting star, one without a permanent scar? And did you kiss me while you were looking for yourself? Na 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 na. And did you finally get the chance to dance along the light of day? Na 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 na. Now did you fall from a shooting star? Fall from a shooting star? Na 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 na. And are you lonely looking for yourself out there?
Yeah, baby.
AJ, what's up, bro?
How you doing, my friend?
Good to see you, man. You look good, dude.
Look
Hey, you
at
look
AJ.
good,
Doesn't he
too.
look like a villain in like a Western?
When I said good, I meant like a villain in a Western. Yeah, the two are not mutually exclusive. You look great, man.
Well, you know, as I told Ed last week, and you know, in what I do, I'm outside a lot. So
Yeah, of course.
I keep one of these things when I come in contact with one of my people. But other than that, I can walk around just the way you see me.
Makes
And
sense.
It's just I'm lazy, so you know, I didn't bother taking it off again.
It looks like a nice accessory either way. So, dude, great to see you, man.
So what have you been up to, man? Tell me all about it.
Work, music. Past few months, I've taken kind of a backseat from music and been doing a lot more like reading, introspection. I've been doing music a while, you know, since 2013, pretty aggressively, and 7 years, not necessarily any crazy happenings. So I thought it was a good time to just take a step back and reground myself. It's been good. I've been jamming a lot just by myself. Life's good, man. Everything's been really good. How about you?
I'm great. How's your mom and dad?
They're good. I was just telling Ed they moved down to South Carolina. So
Oh yeah, well everybody from up here is moving down south.
makes sense.
My-
Tell him to
my,
get the
uh,
guest room ready. I'm coming over there, South
Yeah.
Carolina. I'm on my way.
They got space for you, man. I'll let them know.
My former partner, he just moved down to North Carolina.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of the builders are moving to North Carolina.
I believe it. Is there, any financial perks of being in that state versus Connecticut? I'm assuming lower property taxes, but
But no, well, I mean, better than Connecticut, but I mean, there's a lot more work. You know, in fact, his house he's actually living with a friend right now. His house sold in Sandy Hook, and his house is under construction right now.
got it.
And one of the things we're really seriously thinking about is bringing true Italian deli to North Carolina.
Oh, dude, bring that to Nashville too. We need it. That is one of the worst parts about not being in the Northeast, man. I have no good Italian food down here.
Oh yeah,
Bring
no,
it to me, AJ, please.
The guys that are advising me, every time I'm in their presence, people are coming in and they go, I want to fill up the back of my car with, you know, pasta and olive oil and sauce. And I go, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to North Carolina. I'm going to South Carolina. I'm going to Florida. You know, they're going somewhere, but where they're going, we ain't. So,
I got your hat.
oh, nice.
Sherry, Dave, what's up, guys?
Hey guys.
There you are.
Wexler, what's up, man? Oh my God, look at this.
Greg Oliveris, how are you? I've
Getting the whole cruise back together.
Wow, Bob was on for a second.
It's great to see you guys. No, everything's good. Married life treating you well, I hope.
Yes, we're doing really well.
Excellent.
Good.
And Steve, how are you doing, man?
We have our weekly report of barbecues, what's going on there right now. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Hit it.
Drum roll, somebody. Drum roll? No one?
Hold on.
So Greg Oliveris knows, that's where we jam normally, and he lives right across the street from there.
That's dangerous.
Exactly.
Nothing there.
There it is.
No.
Wexler, how you doing?
I'm doing adequately okay.
Yeah.
Must be all the pastrami.
I heard about the pastrami. You guys got to come out to Pennsylvania, bring me a pastrami sandwich, and then we'll head down to South Carolina with the trunk full.
I don't think there's any good Jewish delis in Pennsylvania.
I don't think you might be right, actually.
Yeah, none in Nashville. I can promise you that.
But New Jersey is like 1 minute. Like you could throw a rock and hit New Jersey over there. So.
Yeah.
No, you got to be from New York to know about these things. I mean, come on.
That's right. Absolutely.
You ever try pastrami anywhere else? It doesn't taste like pastrami. It just tastes like something different.
Katz's Deli. You go to Katz's Deli. I'm
Dude.
dying right now thinking about it. It's so good.
When I used to play on the Lower East Side, we would hop to Katz's Deli after the fact. One time, my parents went there after one of my shows at the Bowery Electric, and they ran into Danny Glover just chilling there in Katz's Deli.
Yeah,
I love Katz's Deli. It's so good. You go in there and you're like, how much is a sandwich? And they're like, it's $27. You're like, how much is $27? Then they give you a sandwich. It's literally this big.
It's basically like 2 crackers for buns and a pound of pastrami in between. You need like a loaf of bread and some other people if you're going to finish it successfully.
Dennis Strawberry.
And I one day brought down some uninitiated folks from Westchester County, and this is before the whole Harry Met Sally thing, and it was back in the day when you could go in there like a regular New Yorker and get a table and sit down and have a nice nosh. So we're sitting there, and my buddy, he gives me the elbow. He goes, "Is that Andy Warhol sitting over there?" And I looked over, and sure enough, it was Andy Warhol. And he's sitting there eating his pastrami just like everybody else.
Apparently, it's a celebrity spot, man. Who knew?
Oh, and back in the day, I mean, the first time I went there, my father was building the Waterside on 23rd Street, and I was coming on the job as a underage apprentice, shall we say? And
how far you've come?
So, I was really underage, like 14, So, but I was tall enough so nobody, and plus I was the boss's son, so nobody was going to question it. But so he takes me for the very first time to Katz's because it's not very far away. And I go in and I order myself a nice hot pastrami on rye with mustard. And I think I also ordered a turkey leg. And when my father came up to the office that night, he goes, "Okay, I don't know what we're doing with this kid because he costs us more to eat than what we pay him."
I got a cat story. So I think I was with my brother and a couple friends. We went and saw Return to Forever somewhere way uptown, Washington Heights, maybe. And then after the show, we get in the car and we drive all the way downtown to Katz. And I'd never been there before. And I didn't really know anything about it. So I went in there with those guys, and I was like last in line. And everybody ordered, pastrami sandwich. And I'm looking at the board, and I asked for, they had tuna fish on the menu. So I asked for a tuna sandwich.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That was like the biggest, I was the biggest rube, like the definition of the word schmuck. the roast beef, the pastrami slices on the other side of the counter. Like everybody turned around in that place that was within earshot and was staring at me.
Oh.
I was like, okay, I'll have a corned beef sandwich. Right?
There you go. Slight redemption. Yeah, that's like going to a steakhouse and ordering the chicken. Like it's not okay. It's just not okay.
A salad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's even worse, right, Sherry? Yeah.
Clearly had no idea where I was. Been many times since, and everybody knows that goes there. You don't lose that little ticket, or you're screwed. And cash only.
Yeah, you lose that ticket, then they charge you $1 million.
Right.
Yeah, right. When I was Greg Oliveris' age, 19 or whatever. and when I was,
Oh yeah. You spot on it. You got it.
When
Not off by a
When I
decade.
first moved to New York when I was 21, I went to Katz's Deli, and it was much smaller. I remember it much smaller in those days, and they had a sign on the wall. It said, "Absolutely no tipping," right? And then the guys who were making the stuff had cups that said tips, and they would shake the cup in your face, right? And you're like, what about the side? And they're like, fine, you get no pastrami then,
Or you get a half order.
Right.
My son lived around the corner for about 4 years, and what we would do when we'd leave his house, we'd go down there, and I always, because I didn't want, because I'd drive it back to Connecticut. By then, the rye bread is like, it's gugoots, as we say in Sicilian. And so what I would do is I'd go in, I'd drop a 5 right in so the guy could see it. And I go, can you slice everything up for me? Put the bread on the side, put the coleslaw on the side. He goes, no problem. He goes, no problem. He goes, you're going someplace a distance, right? I go, yeah, I'm going to Connecticut. He goes, wait a minute, maybe we're not going to give you the pastrami.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, everybody.
Joe Mayo.
Joe Mayo. Doug was on for a second.
Yeah, Joe Mayo, how you doing?
Well, it's a long story, but I'm not going to go into it right now.
Good. We'll go into another time. Joe Mayo and I worked on a song this week. We did a Stevie Wonder tune, a collab video that's going to come up a little later in the show.
It was cool. Yeah. It was cool.
And so, listen, you want to play a song real quick here for all of us? We're going to stay on the screen with you.
May I?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Real fast, more sarcastic Warren Zevon. Well, he went down to dinner in his Sunday best. Excitable boy, they all said. And he rubbed a pot roast all over his chest. Excitable boy, they all said. Well, he's just an excitable boy. He took little Susie he went to the 4 a.m. show at the Clark. Excitable boy, they all said. And he bit the usherette's leg in the dark. Excitable boy, they all said. Well, he's just an excitable boy. Solo, which I will not play. Well, he took little Susie to the junior prom. Excitable boy, they all said. And he raped her and killed her, then he took her home. Excitable boy, they all said. Well, he's just an excitable boy. After 10 long years, they let him out of the home. Excitable boy, they all said. And he dug up her grave and made a cage with her bones. Excitable boy, they all said. Well, he's just an excitable boy. I never said it was politically correct.
That was great. I want to unmute. I got everybody muted here, so you didn't even hear the applause. Everybody clap one more time.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
There it goes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, do one more for us.
Okay, let's see. Well, we could do that one, or we could do... was walking through Soho. Wait a minute. Let's try that again. I saw a werewolf. No. Why can't I remember the first words to the song? Anybody know it?
AJ, you know it.
Yeah, but why don't we go with Roland Thompson Gunner? I love the way you do that.
Yeah, do that one.
All right, if that's what you want. Roland was a warrior from the land of the midnight sun, with a Thompson gun for hire, fighting to be done. The deal was made in Denmark on a dark and stormy day. He headed for Biafra to join in the bloody fray. In 66 and 7, they fought the Congo Wars with their fingers on their triggers, knee deep in gore. Days and nights they battled the Bantu to their knees. They killed to earn their living and to help out the Congolese. Roland the Thompson Gunner, Roland the Thompson Gunner. His comrades fought beside him, Van Owen and the rest, but of all the Thompson Gunners, Roland was the best. So the CIA decided they wanted Roland dead. That son of a bitch Van Owen blew off Roland's head. Roland the headless Thompson Gunner, Norway's bravest son. They can still see his headless body stalking through the night in the muzzle flash of Roland's Thompson gun. In the muzzle flash of Roland's Thompson gun. Roland searched the continent for the man who'd done him in. He found him in Mombasa, in a barroom drinking gin. Roland named his Thompson gun. He didn't say a word, but it blew Van Owen's body from there to Johannesburg. Roland the headless Thompson Gunner, Roland the headless Thompson Gunner. Eternal Thompson Gunner, still wandering through the night. But now it's 10 years later, and he still keeps up the fight. In Ireland, in Lebanon, in Palestine and Berkeley. Wait a minute. Palestine and Berkeley. Patty Hearst heard the burst of Roland's Thompson gun and bought it. There. I'm still having senior moments. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Joe. That's my favorite.
Your hair's getting long, Joe.
Yeah, no. I'm not sure if I like it or dislike it at this point. It's gotten past the point of being bothersome.
Mine's getting long too. I just had it brushed back, you know.
Yeah, well, I kind of like it. I actually do.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. Keep it.
I may just do that.
You look like a composer from the 1700s. You know, you look like you know, Haydn or something. You know.
Actually, I look like Alistair Sim in A Christmas Carol.
There it is.
The 1951 version.
Oh my God. Unbelievable. That sounded great. So Greg Oliveris, I'll see you later. Good to see you.
Awesome. Ed, thank you for having me, man. Joe, sounds great.
Greg.
Nice to see you, Greg.
You guys as well. Sherry, what'd you say? Sorry?
So you guys were talking about your parents. I've never met your parents, Greg, but I
That's
played
true.
Ed Train's red accordion for like, what, 2 years or 3 years. So
I know where this is going.
And Ed said that he got that accordion from your mom.
Yep, you did.
Yeah, guess what? Guess what? You remember Pierre Gerton, my sax playing friend Pierre Gerton?
Oh, sure.
Said that he has a student that needed to learn accordion, and he was going to teach him, could I borrow an accordion? So that accordion is now in Fairfax, Virginia, teaching kids to play music. So tell your mom.
That's amazing.
That accordion has lived quite a life.
Cool.
I'll make sure she watches this week's broadcast just so she'd be so happy to hear that. I'll definitely pass that along to her,
The
man.
accordion got a lot of love, I can tell you that.
Definitely did after being in a closet collecting dust for many years.
It's a nice legacy. Nice
Yeah,
legacy.
exactly. She's cool like that.
All right, Greg.
All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your show. Love you guys. Great to see you.
Take care. Love you too.
Greg Oliveras. Oh my God. So who am I going to bring on now? I got a couple of people that have been waiting 100 years.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to bring Dougie on, and then I'm going to bring my friend Peter from Utah is going to come on after Dougie, and let's see if we got him. Hey,
I
Doug.
got to go because I have to go down to my basement and do some actual work.
All right, come back later when we play our video.
I'll try to be here.
Probably around 10 or 9:45 or 10.
Okay. Good to
All right,
see you all.
See you,
Bye,
Doug.
Take care, Joe.
Joe Mayo. And here comes Doug. There's Doug. Can we hear you, Doug?
Hey, I'm here.
Yes, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, everybody say hey to Doug.
Hey.
Hey, so some of it's been a little broken up on your guys' side. I'm not sure I'm that close to my router, but can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
hear
see
you
you and hear
fine.
you just fine. How you been?
Good. So, thanks for having me on, Ed. I figured if I kept waiting any longer, we'd be back at Bobby Q's before you know it.
Exactly. So, play us a song, Doug.
So I have a couple songs tonight that I've been playing a little bit. I've got this Buffalo Springfield song from Neil Young called "On the Way Home."
Oh, that sounds
All right, go for it.
When the dream came, I held my breath with my eyes closed. I went insane like a smoke ring day when the wind blows. But I won't be back to later on if I do come back at all. But you know me, and I miss you now. In a strange game, I saw myself as you knew me. When the change came, you had a chance to see through me. Though the other side is just the same, you can tell the dream is real. Because I love you. Can you see me now? Though we rush ahead to save our time, we're only what we feel. And I love you. Can you feel it now? Can you feel it now? Can you feel it now? So I have another one that I've been doing. I know you guys know I do a lot of deep tracks. So there's a song from Bob Dylan's Planet Waves called Never Say Goodbye. I just have to switch guitars quickly here.
I'm going to bring myself in here. So, yeah, Dougie, we're going to work on your sound better for next week. I think your internet connection's a little choppy, but we'll be good.
Yeah, I'm going to try and have a new some kind of new technology for next week.
All right, I'll work on that with you.
Try this one again. Okay, thanks, man. So yeah, this is from Bob Dylan's Planet Waves album, and the band was backing up Bob Dylan back in those days, and this is called "Never Say Goodbye."
All right, good. Take it away.
Twilight on a frozen lake, a north wind about to break, footprints in the snow, silence. A beautiful beyond wonderful to me. You couldn't make me cry. Never say goodbye. My dream is made of iron and steel, with a big bouquet of roses hanging down from the heavens to the ground. Crashing waves roll over me as I stand upon the sand. Wait for you to come, grab hold of my hand. Oh, baby, baby, baby blue, you'll change your last name too. Turn your hair around, left to see it hanging down. Twilight on a frozen lake, with north wind about to break, footprints in the snow, silence down below. You're beautiful beyond words, beautiful to me. You couldn't make me cry. Never say goodbye. So thanks, Ed. It's nice to see everybody again. You know?
That was great. All right, Dougie, we'll catch you later. Good stuff. Good to see you. All right, there's Dougie. There's Dougie. All right, I'm going to bring you all back to reality here. Hold on. All right, how y'all doing?
Good. Hey, everyone.
Good.
Good.
So
I unmuted myself. Was that allowed?
No, you sound good. That's all good. How you doing?
Good. How are you, Ed? How's everyone doing? AJ, Wex, Sherry, and Dave. It's like I'm
Hey,
back.
what's up?
It's like I'm back in Connecticut.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So where are you right now?
I'm in Utah. I'm in Sandy, Utah. Same house, same location. Kitchen was a little busy there before because my roommates were like cooking and stuff. But I live in a house with fishermen, hikers, mountain bikers, and skiers.
That's cool.
So it's
Cool.
a funny story. So it's an old polygamy house.
Really?
We have one girl living with us, and then the rest is all guys.
So it's the other way
That's
around
still
now.
polygamy.
We're the brotherhood. It's crazy, right?
It's pretty
And-
amazing. You got
Male
Dennis,
polygamy?
Dennis right here is from Utah.
What's that?
Dennis right here is from Utah.
Oh, hi, Dennis.
Hey, yeah,
Yeah.
originally from up in Layton, been in Layton for like 25 years. Then
But
we,
you're back in Connecticut now, right?
yes, originally from Utah. My wife took a promotion and I retired from work and we moved out here. So
Yeah, it's usually people do the reverse. They retire here, but it's beautiful.
I know.
It's sunny every day.
I keep hearing that.
The the mountains around the house look amazing.
Yeah, you're right in the mouth of Little Cottonwood, aren't you? Or Big Cottonwood?
Yeah, I'm on 209.
Yeah.
So you know that.
Yeah, I know where the Polygamous compound was up there.
Yeah, I think I'm in it. I think I live in it. So, and the funny thing is that in these bedrooms they have these little sinks. Like there's no shower or toilet or anything. It's just these little sinks in the bedrooms of the wives. So I have one of those bedrooms. I'm renting out here for the summer just to enjoy Utah. So, but I live in an amazing area. It's like,
yeah.
Very cool. So listen, why don't you do a couple of songs for us? I've got a giant backlog of people now, so I want to. We've been yucking it up and having a good time, but get to work and play some music and entertain the masses.
Ever onwards. All right. Need not to climb mountains high, need not to cross the sea, need not to find cure for everything that makes you weak, need not to reach for the stars, life becomes so dark, when the wind just broke against the grain, you must follow your heart. You must follow your heart. When all your friends have come and gone, and the sun no longer shines, happiness for which you long is washed away with the ocean's tide. All the hard times outweigh the good, all of your words misunderstood. When the day seems lost from the start, you must follow your heart. You must follow your heart. If you feel you paid the price and your wounds seem to heal, everything that you've ever loved spins like a winding wheel. You should wait to find your divinity. The road you travel leads to a dead end. The death it's in. It's part. You must follow your heart. You must follow your heart. You must follow your heart.
What kind of tea do you have there?
Something to relax me. Something with kava kava. It might make me fall asleep as I play.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got this to relax me.
What's that? Tequila?
Tequila. Except I don't drink it. I'm a big talker. I'm all bark and no bite. Like I don't actually drink it.
That's all water.
I keep it for effect. I like the bottle. I like the artwork. The skeleton running riding a chicken or whatever. But there you have it. You sound great, Peter. Nice to see you.
Good to see you too. One more, or do you want to let someone else on? It's up to you. I'll play it. It's up to you, but you're pressed on time. But I'll play it.
Why don't you do one more, and then I'm going to bring Allie on as soon as she comes back in, and then Allie and Dave Rao are going to come on. I'm going to play a video next. So go do one more for us.
You got it. I might have to fine tune real quick, but I'll be fast.
All right.
All right.
do that.
I don't think I'm good.
I'm
But
gonna mute you. So, hey, where'd Wexler go? Oh, there he is.
There he is.
I'll bring Steve back. Yeah, there he is.
Hey guys.
Hey.
This is like flying a 747, trying to keep everybody on the screen at the same time. It's ridiculous, you know? So good to see you, Steve.
Same here, guys.
All right, hang on. Here comes Peter.
all right,
Take it away.
got it. When the winds tore through the atmosphere and the air is filled with dust, searching for a connection in every direction, in places I've already been. You know, lost love, loneliness, so many things have changed. You know, just the way things are same when now it seems hard anyway. Out in space, I'm oh, wait, what? Right where I do that? Out in space, I'm long way from home. On the fields, they are carrying all my and the sun went down in the valley of the Rio Grande. I need a little bit of whiskey and a little bit of time to ease the troubled mind. You know, lost love, loneliness, so many things have changed. You know, just don't the things the same way now. It's hard in ways. Out in space, I'm long way from home. On the fields, they're carrying all wide space. Wide space. Out in space, I'm long way from home. On the fields, they are carrying all wide space. Oh, wide open space. Oh, I need wide open space.
Very nice. Sounded great.
Thank you. Where'd everybody else go?
Oh, they're going to come back. They're going to come back. I just wanted to chat with you and on my own, and then we'll switch over segments.
Cool, man.
Good to see you, and you sound great, and you look great.
Thank you.
You're doing well through this whole pandemic thing?
I'm doing okay. I blew out my knee mountain biking. I didn't fall. It's just from over pedaling, and it filled up with fluid. And I'm on crutches, but I'm weaning off of the crutches now. Ow, there's my knee now. So I think might be a meniscus tear. We don't know yet. I'm getting an MRI like pretty soon.
That's no fun.
Yeah, so I'm just hobbling around on crutches, and but like I don't know, I keep busy, like Netflix. I do this, I'm doing this, and I call friends, and there's always stuff to do. There's always books to read or things to learn or movies to watch. But I do miss exercising. I can only like do the upper body. And
how long until you're better again?
What's that?
How long until you're healed?
I don't know. I don't have a prognosis yet. I go to the doctor again in a couple of days. So he gave me a cortisone shot, drained the fluid, and he said, let's see if that clears it up. And if everything is normal, he said, go back to doing everything as you normally do it, ease into it. If it flares back up and comes back again, then we'll do the MRI, but one step at a time. So that's where we are.
All right, cool. All right, good to see you, Peter.
Good to see you too, Ed. Thank you for having all of us on.
All right, we'll be right back after the break. All right, we're back on Jam TV, and I'm going to bring on Allie and Dave Rao. Let's see how that works. Hey, Allie. Oh, I get it. Allie's got the weird bug, the Allie bug, which is it's not the pandemic bug. It's a different kind of bug. She cannot hear anything I say, but Dave can. Can you hear me, Dave?
I can.
So you're going to have to translate for me. You're going to have to translate. Say hi, Allie. How you doing?
Hi, Allie. Ed says hi.
Hey, Dave. This is a repeat of last week. I can hear you, but I can't hear Ed.
Yeah, we're going to have to work that out. I mean, that's the universe saying this woman should not listen to this guy. So tell her what I said.
What could that be? He said, this is the, no, I'm not doing that.
You could do some funny things. You could say funny things, and I wouldn't know.
Because I'll end up saying something completely different than what he said.
All right, here's what we're going to do, Dave. Here's what we're going to do. You ready?
Okay.
I'm going to move my mouth like I'm talking.
Okay.
You can't hear me right now, right? And you're going to say stuff, and you're going to like stuff that I would be saying. How about that? Ready? Here we go.
I don't think you really want that to happen. It's probably not a good idea.
I don't know. We're messing with Allie right now. So tell me. So you interview Allie. Tell me about the video we're going to look at right now.
Allie, you want to talk about the video?
Sure. You guys have set me up, haven't you? I'm like telling a line to some joke I can't hear.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, you should do that. That would be kind of funny. Yeah, Dave. So Shane and Dave and I finally got to do a little outdoor practice out at my house last weekend when the weather was nice, and we sat probably 10 feet apart. Yeah, there we are out on my back porch. And it was so much fun. And I think we were all feeling happy and a little bit relaxed. So we recorded some of it, and we did a few songs. And a little bit later, Shane's wife, Carrie, and his baby, Landon, came out to the yard and listened a little. It was a really nice afternoon. And it was really fun to get to play together for the first time in, probably over 2 months. And we tried to follow all the rules, So anyway, it's fun. Thanks for having us on, Ed. I'm sorry I can't hear you. We were listening to the other broadcast through a different device, and it came in fine. But once I switch over to Backstage, I can't hear you, but I can hear everybody else. And
well,
Peter,
what have you been?
What's that?
How have you been? What have you been?
Well, I could relate to Peter's story. I have a busted knee since the end of February, and I just postponed surgery again. But anyway, so I'm a little less mobile than usual, but I can walk. I'm just waiting to have an operation. But anyway, tending to my flowers the best I can and hanging out at home. We're doing a little homeschooling here, a little work at home. How about you, Dave?
Same thing. A lot of home projects and practicing a lot. Trying to figure out how to work online a little bit, but it's a struggle for it's interesting.
All right, you guys, you held it down so good. Thank you. I'm going to play your video. Hang out for just a minute. I'm going to get your video going right now.
Ed, I can hear you now by some weird thing. I didn't do anything different.
There you go. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk after.
Okay.
The thing
show me the same. No sweet or off stage lights make me feel better. Treat you unkind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. But I don't have much time. Faith has been broken. Tears must be cried. Let's do some living after we die. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away.
That was really fun.
Oh, thanks for letting us do it. Dave, your dog is so cute.
That's Louis.
Who's that?
Ching Louis.
Hi, Louis.
Ching Louis.
Louis, that's really cool. So I can't believe it. You can hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Amazing.
Nothing changed.
Yeah, I have that
Yeah.
effect on women. I'm like, hi, how you doing? And they're like, I got nothing. Can't even hear you. I don't even know you're there. That's my effect on women. So that was fun. So you were socially distancing. When did you do that?
Last Saturday. That just worked out. Yeah, it was fun. I needed a little help carrying my keyboard outside. I'm trying to think about moving it to a different room so it's easier to open doors and get it outside, because I think we might try to do that again. It was really fun seeing everybody else on the Zoom or whatever program you're using, but it's I really loved seeing all the usual suspects from Bobby Q's.
You mean
and
like
even
these guys?
getting a little view from.
Hi, guys.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Allie.
I miss everybody. I really miss seeing everybody and like getting that little street view of Bobby Q's. So I was like, oh.
Now there's JC Alza. You know him?
Hey, what's happening? How are
can't.
you?
I'm gonna have to do this to see this.
How are you?
That's a good look. You pull off those glasses. It's good.
Wow, then I can't see anything.
No, I mean you pull it off, meaning you make it work. That's what I meant.
I'm so tired. Thank you so much for having us, Ed. It's awesome.
Really super good to see, Allie.
Yeah, you too. Take care. Love the Hawaiian shirt. Love the story. The Mexican shirt. Sorry.
Mexican shirt from Acapulco, Mexico. Yeah, super
Yeah,
good.
got
All right,
it.
nice to see you. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah, you too. Take care. Bye.
All right. Hey, JC, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you? How's everything?
I'm doing okay. I'm gonna go.
That's
There's
good.
Joe Mayo coming on.
Hey, Joe.
Really
nice playing,
good.
man.
All right,
thank you.
I gotta lose somebody. Who's gonna take a bullet for
I'll-
Mike Baumwall?
I'll take the bullet. When do you
No,
think
you're
you'll get
staying
her?
on. You're staying on. All right, Dennis. I'll see you in a minute. I'm gonna bring Mike Baumwall on. You're not doing nothing. I don't care if you have to
Hey.
work or anything.
Hey, Mike. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Dave.
Hey, how are you?
Hey,
Hi, Daisy.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
How are you?
How you doing?
All right, so I have to describe. No, I tell you what, Michael, you describe what it is we've been up to with the L-shaped version of us. You know, the three of you guys on the bottom and me. What have we been doing?
Well, we're like little mad scientists. We're getting musicians, setting up like these reference tracks, sending them out, getting videos back, and we're just like we're creating these amazing musical collaborations, basically. And it's just so much fun to do. And Ed's getting a real kick out of it. And I know.
am. Let me tell you something. I did 8 or 9 of these shows, and I didn't play a note. I didn't play anything, and I'm like dying to play with people. And then what you put together, these collaborative videos that you're doing, are just making me feel like, oh, I remember. I'm a musician. This is great.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm so glad we got Joe in on this one.
Oh, thank you.
Got some horns in there. Sounded good. And JC's the man.
You
know.
guys, to play to you guys are a machine. Like I was on my Segway ride today, and I live broadcast from my Segway ride, and I was talking about the process that we do, and it's like, I don't know if anybody's ever used a sewing machine, but I do because I fix sails on sailboats with sewing.
Nice.
And so I've got this high-powered, fancy metal sewing machine that will go through sails and whatever. And you step on the pedal. If you're feeling really confident, you step on the pedal and it starts to sew really fast. And it's like, and that's what playing with JC and you is like. It's like you guys are just like, it's so awesome. And that percussionist whose name I can't remember, that's not Jamiroquai. What's his name?
Ernesto.
Ernesto, there you go.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Super
Yeah, he's
good.
amazing. I've known Ernesto since 1989, and we went to SUNY Purchase together, and we played in a band, reggae band there. And he actually taught me how to play congas in Central Park. His family lived on 102nd Street and Amsterdam Avenue. And I grew up on 86th Street in Amsterdam, between Amsterdam and Columbus. But we never met each other until we went to college. And after, like, and during and after college, like, we used to go to Central Park and we'd literally carry our kungas. He had 3 kungas he would carry into Central Park.
Wait a minute. When was that? What year was that roughly?
Between 1991 and like 1993 or 4.
That's interesting because I remember. I guess those guys always played congas in Central Park, but I remember I did it in the late '80s.
Yeah, and they've been there for. I mean, he's one of the younger ones, but he used to go to near Sheep's Meadow, near the band shell, and like where all those guys would hang out. But we used to do over by the Belvedere Castle, by the Great Lawn, and he taught me how to play congas, and it was really cool. So I'm glad I got him in on this.
Super good.
Neat.
Super good. And so so we had fun. We did. Is this the 3rd one we've done so far?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we did What Is Hip, and then we did that as an organ trio, which was crazy. And then we did, it was crazy. And then we did, what did we do? Oh, a Jocko tune.
Yeah,
I was
Come On.
telling somebody about that today. I said, oh yeah, we just did a Jocko tune. They're like, don't say it like, Bill Noman, he was like, don't say it like that. What do you mean? Like, oh, we did a Jocko tune. You know, it was like, that was also crazy and a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. And I met Heidi, who did the vocals, and I met Caesar, who played guitar.
Right.
on that with JC and you and me. And then now I got to that point and I was like, we picked a song that I thought was going to be an easy one. And that was quite a workout to play this song.
It was great. It was so much fun. It was like doing a double shot of espresso, you know? Like,
Exactly.
Especially at that tempo.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey,
I
JC, is
I
that
used
your
to do it
daughter
with
there?
Cal Keogh.
This is
Cal
my
Keogh.
daughter, Layla, yes.
Oh.
Hey, Layla.
Hey,
Hey, Layla.
Hey.
How you doing?
I used to play that song with Cal Keogh, and they would play it at like 150 beats per minute. It was like crazy. And I thought, you know, that's a tune that you can do faster. And the original tune is just kind of laid back and, you know, cool and groovy. But if you play it faster, you get your heart rate going.
Oh, yeah.
That is for sure. All right. Without further ado, I think I'm going to bring the song on the air. We're going to have a world debut of the song. And then I'll see you guys afterwards. All right? All right, here it comes. Let's see if I can push the right buttons. I got some of us on here. And here we go.
Hey, hey.
Nice.
Yeah, that was really fun. You guys really killed it. I don't see
That's-
Heidi. She actually texted me while that was on, but I don't see her in the studio, so I don't know what's going on. But we'll get her on one of these days. I want to bring her on the air.
You sound like you're in a tunnel now.
Yeah, we all. Somebody is not listening with headphones, so that's what's going on.
I am.
Yeah, I bet it's JC Alva.
Yes, there you go. It's my headphones now.
No, it's all good.
That was great. The way that we ended it's so funny.
It's really funny. I love that. I love it because we passed around these texts, and I was like, we ought to fade it out and then bring that thing up at the end. And then they're like, screw it. We're just gonna let it completely drive off the cliff at the end. I love that.
Yeah.
And then everybody's packing up at the end of it too. Just immediately.
You meant to do that.
And out of breath, like I'm during the song I'm playing, I'm like trying to be all cool. The song gets over, and I'm like, oh God, like everybody's like, oh thank God it's over, my God, like it's like pumping iron or something,
Yeah, man.
Super good.
That was fun. That was so much fun.
All right. Well, we already got the next one in the planning stages. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get off the air. I got some, little kitties here that need some help. So
It's all good. All right. I'll see you after the break. Bye.
Okay.
And there we go. Let's see. How you guys doing?
Great.
Can you guys see Bob? Tilt the screen down.
Where's Bob?
You gotta bring it down a little. Oh, there.
There we go.
You
Oh,
see
there,
Bob?
Bob. Hey, Bob.
Don't let
How you
him
doing?
see it.
Yeah.
Bob's gonna run as soon as we start playing. He's gonna be out of here, but
So where'd Wexler go? We got to
What,
get him
he's not a
back.
music lover?
Lex is he's going to bed.
No, he's going to bed. Yeah, we were losing him. I could tell we were losing him a little bit during the segment. He was nodding off.
But that's okay.
That's all right. So hopefully he's still watching, at least on the live stream. And go ahead, Sherry, do a song for us.
If not, he can catch us in the rerun. Sorry, Bob. I'm gonna grab my guitar.
Yeah, do that. Do that.
Yeah, there we go. Bye, Bob. Oh, sorry. Did I just hit Dave in the face with the guitar?
You might have.
Won't be the last time.
I'm going to bring Charles
Wasn't
on
the
too.
first time either.
There's Charles. He's going to play after you guys. Hey, Charles, how you doing?
What's going on?
Good to see you. All right, Sherry, you ready to roll?
You just set it up.
Yeah. So this I'm doing La Isla Bonita because this is a song that Wexler asked me to play like a million years ago at 323. He's like, we got to do La Isla Bonita. I think I was playing some other Madonna song or something like that. So Dave's gonna throw some congas or bongos or whatever the heck these things are in there.
Yeah,
Bongos.
We'll see how that goes.
Okay, so yeah, I'm blocking Dave's face, but all right, that's okay. Perfect.
All right, take it away.
Okay. Last night I dreamt of San Pedro. Just like I'd never gone, I knew the song. Young girl with eyes like the desert. It all seems like yesterday, not far away. Tropical, the island breeze, all of nature's wild and free. This is where I long to be, La Isla Bonita. And when the samba played, the sun would set so high, ring through my ears and sing my Spanish lullaby. I love the dancers. Very tropical. I fell in love with San Pedro. Warm wind carried on the sea, he called to me. Te digo te amo. towards the sky. When it's time for siesta, you can watch them go by. Beautiful faces, no cares in the world. Where a girl loves a boy and a boy loves a girl. Last night I dreamt of San Pedro. It all seems like yesterday, not far away. Tropical, the island breeze, all of nature's wild and free. This is where I long to be, La Isla Bonita. And when the samba played, the sun would set, so I ring through my ears and sing my eyes Spanish lullabies. Tropical, the island breeze, all of nature wild and free. This is where I long to be, La Isla Bonita. And when the samba plays, the sun would set so high, through my ears and sing my eyes your Spanish lullaby.
I love Madonna. This is a really big ukulele, by the way.
That's the biggest ukulele I've ever seen. It's matching my shirt.
Yeah, very tropical. So yeah, Wexler asked us to do that like a million years ago, and it's never happened. So I thought it needed to happen tonight.
I hope you got to watch it tonight.
Yeah, if not, he can catch it on reruns.
Yeah, exactly. We go right into reruns. Like, we'll be at reruns at 11:30 tonight.
Right.
After the news.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the news. Who needs it?
I make the mistake of watching the news these days. Like I'll wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, let me go downstairs. Let me flip on the news. And I'm like, oh, God, now we're back. You know, I shouldn't make that mistake.
I wake up in the morning.
In 2 months. 2 months. Will not turn it on. Only thing that we've watched is Tiger King. That's it. Once in a while, I'll look on the internet. But no, blissfully unaware of everything that's going on out there, and it's beautiful.
Hey, Dave, my daughter-in-law last week was over, and she hadn't seen me since the beard, and apparently I have a mullet in the back. I can't really see it, but it's
AJ Exotic.
right. So that's first. She goes. She starts. And by the way, she's from the UK. She's actually from Switzerland, but she has a very British accent.
Right.
And she starts laughing hysterically. And I said, "What are you laughing at?" She goes, "You look like the Tiger King." I go, What's a Tiger King? She goes, "You look just like him."
That's really funny.
You know, and she goes, and she described the show. I go, "I'm never watching that." You know, I love tigers. I couldn't even think of watching something like that.
Crazy show.
I got through the first episode and I was just like, these are all horrible people.
If you're ever feeling bad about your own life, Tiger King is the show to watch because it'll make you realize your life is not so bad.
That's what it's for. It's supposed to allow us to feel superior, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you want to know the funny part? You know, when I first started building up here, one of my subs was the pool installer. And God rest his soul, a great guy. But we get to talking one day, and he tells me that he also, you know, he spends half the year up here taking care of and installing pools, and then half the year in Florida. And I go, "Oh, what else do you do when you're down there?" And he goes, "I have lions and tigers." And I said, I go, "What?" He goes, "Oh yeah." And as I got to know him and his family, every one of them had either lost a part of their nose, or you know, they had gotten slashed, and then the other thing was, he told me he was one of the largest purchasers of the kind of after products that Purdue didn't want, you know, and
Right.
that, you know, and I said, he goes, "You have no idea what a tiger eats." I go, "You know, I don't need to know." You know?
Well,
But I mean, that's how crazy people are. I mean, could you imagine having lions and tigers?
Look,
In-
that bears. Listen, I got to tell you, when you have a tiger, you're like, that tiger is my buddy, and they're
Oh,
my
yeah.
kitty cat. And to the tiger, you are bait. You are lunch.
Yep.
Like, oh look, the lunch is bringing me lunch. That's funny, you know.
Well, back in the early, like, you know, what would have been the hippie days transitioning into the 70s, there was this kind of hippy dippy hairstylist place, first unisex place I ever went to. And of course, they had some hot chicks cutting your hair, so that was definitely an incentive. And one of the cats there, he had an ocelot. And he'd bring it there, and, you know, like it was still a baby, and, you know, you could pet it and play with it, and it would kind of pretend it was nursing on your finger. And I kept saying, you know, hey man, this is a wild animal. You know, you got this in your apartment. No, he's fine. And about a year later, I come in to get my hair cut one day, and the guy's ripped to pieces. and the thing was up on a bookshelf, and it came in, and I guess took an attitude with him, and that was the end of him owning an ocelot.
Exactly. Wow.
Sounds like it was an awesome lot of work.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good.
So, Charles, what are you going to do for us today?
Well, I got a couple of things. There's a video. I don't know if you got the video that I sent over earlier.
I got it.
So I figured maybe we could play the video, and then I could do a live tune afterwards. It's a short song, but this is a tune from my band, the Bird Index, and we actually had a guest musician on here named Peter Dominguez playing the dobro to add a little bit of extra, what the French call a certain I don't know what.
Yeah. All right, let me play it. Let's just play it, all right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here it goes.
I learned my lesson about loving you. I couldn't help it. What could I do? 'Cause you don't love me. That much is true. And I learned my lesson about loving you. Well, I was talking to friends of mine. They gave a warning about wasting time. They said you'd never have feelings true. And I learned my lesson about loving you. Hey! And maybe someday you'll realize you can't do better than this old prize. And when that happens, I'll make you blue, and you'll learn your lesson about loving too. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that was great. That's a really cool tune.
Thank you. I was trying to write something like mid-Beatles period, like a Honey Don't or something, like one of their rockabilly covers that they used to do. So
It did. It sounded like something they would give to Ringo.
yeah, exactly. That was the goal. And so speaking of the Beatles, I am going to play a tune here that is not by the Beatles, but is by a band called the Ruttles.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if anyone's familiar with the Ruttles or not, but they were
Absolutely.
the Prefab Four. So this is a tune of theirs called "I Must Be in Love," and it goes like this. I feel good, I feel bad, I feel happy, I feel sad. Am I in love? I must be in love. I feel rich, I feel poor, I'm in doubt, I feel sure. Am I in love? I must be in love. Any time of the day I can see her face when I close my eyes. She's a dream, she is real, can't explain how I feel. Am I in love? I must be in love. Any time of the day I can see her face when I close my eyes. Am I dead or alive? Can my poor heart survive? Am I in love? I must be in love. I feel good, I feel bad, I feel happy, I feel sad. Am I in love? I must be in love. I must be in love. I must be in love. I must be in love.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
There you go.
Hey.
Hey, where's Bob? I want Bob to meet Mayday.
Well, you know, they'd be a cute couple,
They'd be a cute couple.
but Bob does not like music as much as the rest of us do.
No, Mayday's a sweetie. She decided to come over and say hi, and I'm like, I gotta introduce her to Bob. So we got to do that at some point.
Yeah, we once cats no longer have to social distance, we can introduce Mayday to Bob.
Exactly. Charles, that was terrific, by the way, Charles. Super good.
Thank you. I was
awesome.
a big Ruddles fan.
The Ruddles. So I remember the Ruddles. Refresh my memory, though. Who was that? Was that like Monty Python guys? Or
It was Neil Innes, who worked a lot with Monty Python, and Eric Idle, who was a member of Monty Python. The two of them kind of created it as it was originally a sketch on Saturday Night Live, and then they made a full-length documentary movie called All You Need Is Cash.
Right.
That came out in the late '70s. That's just one of my favorite movies, and the music is surprisingly good.
Didn't George Harrison back them on that?
He did, and he was in the movie too.
Yeah,
he had
right.
a cameo in the movie.
Well, that's why when they did the concert for George, they closed with Monty Python.
Yep. Yeah, George had a big hand in funding The Life of Brian as well.
Yeah, this coming back to me now. I gotta watch that on whatever on Netflix or something.
I think you can find the whole thing on YouTube, the Ruddles movie.
Gotta watch that. That sounds great. All right,
And
Charles.
how old is Mayday?
What's that, Sherry?
How old is Mayday?
Mayday is 17 years old.
Is she really?
Wow.
Wow.
Mayday knew like everybody. Mayday knew my mother. Mayday knew like people that nobody knows anymore. Mayday's been in my life so long. It's great.
You know, Mayday would be a cougar if she went for Bob because Bob's only 4.
Well, Picky is 3.
Well, Mayday looks like she swallowed a football, so she might have to go on Slim Fast.
Actually, that's a funny story. So I take Mayday to the vet, and the vet says, "Oh my God, your cat's got to lose some weight. That's the fattest cat I've ever seen." And then I go, "I don't know," and she doesn't seem to eat that much. And then he feels her rib cage, and he's like, "Wait a minute, this cat's not fat. This cat is just gigantic." So she's not actually fat. She's just solid. She's really solid.
We're trying to figure out if Bob is fat, or because I could feel like he doesn't seem to be fat, and he doesn't really eat that much.
Right. He's big boned.
Big.
Big boned.
He's big boned.
That's what they all say.
Exactly. Hey, Robert, how you doing?
And I'm gonna jet. I'll see you guys later.
Take care, guys.
All right, I'll see you, Sherry.
Everyone's voice is breaking up like this, so it's,
Oh, no.
it's
Can
hard
you-
for me to hear. I
can-
don't know why.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, that's
I-
weird.
you're-
I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to bring you and me
It's
on.
all cutting in and out.
Yeah, you might have a slow internet connection or something like that. Can you hear me all right now?
I wonder if well, here, let me I'll do this. Maybe I should have done this with the computer. Should my Wi-Fi be turned on?
Yeah, that's probably
my
the problem.
Wi-Fi-
I'll tell you what, turn your Wi-Fi on. I'm going to play the first video, which is the Rock Widows at the Levitt Pavilion. At the Levitt, and which we did last summer, and I'm going to play that, and maybe you get your Wi-Fi going in the meantime, and let's take it.
I think it's working now.
Yeah, you sound
You're not
great.
break-
So let me
You're
chat
not
with you.
breaking up anymore.
That sounds great.
By the way,
Working-
is it all right for my phone to be like this, or does it have to be like this?
No, you're all good. You sound
Okay.
great. It's all super good. So I'm going to play the Rock Widows right now, and I'll chat with you in between.
Thank you.
I'm going to play your other
Okay.
video as well. I want Pat Padula back here playing the Ludwig drum set and the funky van in the background. So here we go.
Let me take you, baby, down to the river's edge. Got to show you something goes right through your head. I got a line on you, baby. I got a line on you, baby. And put your arms around me, give me every little bit of love. When you know what to do, I'll make love to you. Now's the right time to make me feel this time. I got a line on you, baby. I got a line on you. The winter's almost over, summer is coming on strong. I can love you all night long. I got a line on you, babe. Got a line on you, babe. I got a line on you. Right, a little spirit from the second album.
That was great. Super good. You with me? Can you hear me?
I'm coming here.
There you go. Something crazy going on there.
Okay, go ahead.
How you doing?
Yeah, I know, but if you can you hear me all right?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me all right?
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I hear you.
You're breaking up, but
Where-
I can, as long as it's only breaking up for me, I can deal with it.
Yeah, no,
So
that's
how you
fine.
doing?
I'm doing fine. That sounds great. Yeah. So, tell me about this next video that I'm going to show because it's terrific. I love it.
Thanks. Well, I had written the song, which is called "Hold On to Your Own Love," a long time ago. I wrote it around 1982, and I played it with my band. It was Norwalk based, but I never recorded it. So I finally had a chance to do so. I ended up playing all the instruments myself, except for the bass. My bass player, my longtime colleague, Steve Sullivan, who played bass back in 1982 in the rehearsal studio for the song, sent in a few video clips of him playing the bass part. I'm doing the drums and the keys and the guitars and the vocals. And I started it right after I finished the last interview with you about a month ago when I did a little live song here in the studio. And I thought I would sort of play off this current thing of everybody doing these videos at home. And, you know, the celebrities have even joined in on this, and it's like all around the place. So I wanted to do one, but I wanted to play off this popular thing that's going on now. So I kind of filmed from every possible angle in this small 12 by 15 room. And the only thing I didn't do was lay on the ceiling, as I couldn't do that, but I did have the camera on the ceiling. And I took a few walks in Riverside Park and Central Park and filmed a few nature scenes just to breathe a little outdoor air into it. But I basically just had a whole lot of fun playing with myself.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's-
Super good. All right, I'm going to play the whole thing because it's amazing. Here
Cool,
we
thanks.
go.
Fathers fill their sons with fire to grow up fast and take the lead. All at once, at death-defying speed. But somewhere in this rush for power, the young men lose their childhood dreams, and all their lives they can't replace the need. Hold on to your own love. Hold on to your own love. Hold on. All the people say the children must be shown the way. But have you seen the broken-hearted? You lost them on the way. And now the fearful truth's upon us. When boys grow up with hearts of steel, the world gets run by men who cannot feel. To all the orphans of this image, whose homeless hearts won't live the life, I sing my song and sound the battle cry. Hold on to your own love. Hold on to your own love. Hold on.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Thanks. I know it's a little longer than most of the tunes now, but I had a ball doing it. It was fun.
Yeah, really liked it. Really. So did you chart the whole thing out? Is that how you wrote this thing?
It was actually, at the time, I had written it out because I did a big recording project in the 1980s, but I had to leave one out for financial reasons. And this one was, I knew it was big and involved, so I left it off. But we had it wasn't just a chart, it was an orchestral score. Even the drums were out. And Keith Daniel, the Norwalk-based keyboardist who originally arranged the keyboard parts, I luckily, way back then, I had written them out. So I pulled them out and I just, I slowly figured it out on the keys and copped that. And I just had a ball doing the drums. You know what? All guitarists are total closet case drummers. They all are. And it really is a rhythmic instrument more than anything else.
Right.
It's a percussive instrument, actually. And we all wish we were drummers, all us guitarists.
That's great. Fantastic. Really nice job. And nice to see the Rock Widows as well at the Levitt.
Yes, it was great to see Pat again. And I don't know if you see him before I do, please say hi to him.
All right, sounds good. Great to see you. I hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thanks
much for coming on the air. Really nice to see you, Robert. We'll be right back.
Okay. Bye.
All right, let's get this party started.
Hey,
Oh,
yeah.
This is a hell of a party. What's
Yeah.
up, Jim?
All right. That's actually really funny. For
Hi,
1
joining
second,
the party.
Did you see somebody over there for 1 second?
I did.
No, I just got here.
That was Holly McCrary, who is supposed to play right now, and then
Where's
she
she?
vanished. I pushed the button and she went boop, and she disappeared.
Get back here, Holly!
Heck with you.
Come on, Holly.
What
It's
the-
a
oh,
mystery.
Wait. There she is.
I'm here.
Oh, good. How you doing?
Hey!
Hi. How's it going, guys?
We're good. It was
Great.
so
How you
funny. All
doing?
right, so none of you know what this is like for me, okay? Because I'm like, I've got my phone running texts, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing all this technology to make this happen, whatever. And people are disappearing, and I'm troubleshooting and trying to get people working and all that. And there is Holly's living room with nobody in it for like
It's the basement, but still.
for an hour. I've got and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, is there a person there that I'm just not seeing? And then I'm like writing Holly. I'm like, where are you?
I was like, I didn't have my ringer turned on. I'm like, surely I'm going to get a text or something.
Yeah,
There's
and
going to be some
so
message.
I'm like,
and I was like, Sean, message him in the room so he knows we're here. And there was nothing. And I was like, I'll go have another smoke. I'll get settled, get prepped. And then I pick up my phone and it's like, oh my God, we have to go now. I'm so sorry.
One of two things, like, okay, they fell asleep or they just got married. So, who knows what they're doing.
It happens.
Didn't they get married last week?
Yeah, that was a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago, but yeah. But we're still going to have a really big wedding with Ed DJing and everybody, all of you there. And as soon as the Rona's gone, it's happening.
All right. That sounds good. That sounds great. So you going to do a few songs for us?
Yeah, I'll do one. I got a lot of 80s stuff. By the way, that was amazing. Mr. Urban's video was
pretty good, right?
Really cool. Oh my gosh. So he got me all thinking 80s. So we'll see what this turns out like.
All right, cool.
Uh-oh.
Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am home again. Whenever I'm alone with you, whenever I'm alone with you. You make me feel like I am young again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am fun again. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am free again. Whenever I am alone with you, you make me feel like I am clean again. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. I will always love you. Oh, oh. I will always love you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Hey, Holly, who's the Klingon? Who's the star?
That would be my husband.
Yeah.
He's got all these amazing knives and swords. And so when the zombie apocalypse does finally happen, we are ready. We're locked and loaded.
It's happening, trust me.
Yeah, you know, I'm upset. I wanted zombies. I mean, I wanted zombies. That's all I wanted.
Just give it one more month.
It's very possible, unfortunately, at this point.
Wait till July when the power grid goes down and we don't have air conditioning. Then the zombies are going to come out.
Yeah, we've got a generator. Bring it on.
Exactly. All right, what else do you have for us, Holly?
Oh, another one. All right.
Yeah, do one more.
So when John passed away, I tried a lot to play Angel from Montgomery and had a lot of trouble getting through the last. I was blessed enough and lucky enough to know Jimbo Hart, who is the bass player for Jason Isbell in the 400 unit. And they opened up for John Prine on one of his last tours in 2017. And I was lucky enough to meet John backstage.
Wow.
And towering giant of a man. You wouldn't expect him to be as big as he is. But he was the kindest, sweetest man that I maybe have ever met. He had no reason to take a minute to talk to me, or no reason to, pick me out of anybody else that was backstage. But he talked to me, and he just talked about my life and where I was from, and what I had seen and what I had done. And as much as I tried to praise him and speak of his accolades and try to explain to this man that I'd never met before what an impact his music and his writing style had on my life, before I could even say it, the meeting was over and he was rushed away to go get ready to get on stage. But his kindness was, I think, something that impacted me far beyond anything else that could have impacted me. His fame, his stature, his accolades, that was nothing in comparison with just the fact that he was a kind old grandpa to me in that moment. And so I'm going to try to play Angel from Montgomery and not break down. So we'll see what we can do. I am a lone woman named after my mother. Old man is another child who's grown old. Dreams of thunder, lightning was desire. So house with a burn down, oh, a long time ago. So make me an angel who flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing, Lord, I can hold on to believe in this living. Well, it's a hard way to go. Well, when I was a young thing, I had me a cowboy. He wasn't much to look at. He was a free rambling man. Oh, but there was a long time, and no matter how I tried, the years it just rolled by like an old broke down dam. So make me an angel who flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing, Lord, that I can hold on to believe in this living is a hard way to go. Flies in the kitchen, I can hear them buzzing, and I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening, and have nothing to say? Make me an angel who flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing, Lord, I can hold on to believe in this living is a hard way to go. Believing this living is a hard way to go. I said, oh, believing in this living is a hard way to go.
That was terrific.
Nice, Holly.
Really nice.
That was beautiful.
Super good.
I was jamming along with you, Holly. That
Oh, I love
beautiful Randy.
we can all jam together, man. I'm a hugger. I'm an empath, and this shiz is killing me, dude. Can't hug anybody, I'm ready for all this Rona to be out and gone and back to normal, man. I miss my friends. I miss my jammers. I miss my musicians. I miss you guys.
Yeah, agreed. We miss you too.
Mwah.
For sure, for sure.
All right, Holly, that was fantastic.
Ed, you're the best.
You gonna hang with us for a few, or? All right, good stuff. I'll see you later, Holly McCrary. She's pretty good. Who wants to follow that?
No, not me. How about you, Eric?
Sure, I'll go.
All right. How you been, Eric?
I've been good. It's been a busy week for me. I have, I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a label that I started about 5 years ago. I'm a one-man operation.
Yeah.
The label's called High Frequency Records, and I've got 2 releases coming out as of midnight tonight. So, never mind. I'm not in promotional mode at all. I just want to hang. I've been working all day, so I'm gonna play. I am in promotional mode because I'm doing a Dylan tribute birthday thing that Ed, you and I did last year with Dave, and Dave on drums and bass, the Dave duo. So I'm gonna rock a Dylan. This one's called The Devil's Angels. Very Dylan-esque, I've been told. Devil's angels hover, lift off to victory smothered. Lengthy competition signals, always dying and brittle. Thou were conceived by a master, gorging on it faster and faster. Reverence turns cold in an instant. Shackles strangling resistance. Security strikes at the fearful under guise of protecting people who by rules they're creating from this axis in time proliferating. Survival of joy is the mission. from mountains to ocean and between them. Evolving from next generations, learning faster than those who create them. Tomorrow's questions go unanswered. Glory of past we can capture. Meaning we seek through existence is a challenge, continually and frequent. So all goes to hell and to heaven. All cries from laughter or wailing. All suffers misinterpretation. And all the angels, devils, simply hope for.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that was that's off an album called Survival of Joy with the Light Warriors tune.
Yeah, very cool. That sounds
Cool.
great.
Dennis Brown
Chill,
here.
it put me in a really chill mood.
Yeah, it's good. You know, it's a chill kind of night. So I'm going to be doing a Dylan tribute on Sunday afternoon. It's his birthday. It's his 79th birthday. At total blast. I mean, I can't believe it's a year ago already that we were rocking Bobby Q's and having a great time there. So I look forward to the day we can get back and do this again in person.
Me too. I couldn't agree more.
But yeah, I was thinking maybe I would do Boots of Spanish Leather, well, one of his earlier ones.
All right, cool. That'd be great.
With the mellow mood.
All right, cool.
Cool.
Do it.
But I'm sailing away, my own true love. I'm sailing away in the morning. Is there something I can send you from across the sea? The place that I'll be landing. But there's nothing you can send me, my own true love. It's nothing I'm wishing to be owning. Just to carry yourself back to me unspoiled. Across that lonesome ocean. But I just thought you might want something fine, made of silver or a golden, either from the mountains of Madrid
from the coast of Barcelona. Whoa, what if I had the stars from the darkest nights? The diamonds from the deepest oceans. I'll forsake them all for your sweet kiss. That's all I'm wishing to be owning. But I might be gone a long, long time. And it's only that I'm asking, is there something I can send you to remember me by? Make your time more easy passing. Oh, how can you ask me again? It only brings me sorrow. Same thing I would want today, I would want again tomorrow. I got a letter on a lonesome day. It was from a ship sailing, saying I don't know when I'll be coming back again. It depends on how I'm feeling. Well, if you my love must think that way, I'm sure your mind is a roaming. I'm sure your thoughts are not with me, but with the country where you're going. So take heed of western winds. Take heed of the stormy weather. And yes, there's something you can send back to me. Spanish boots of Spanish leather. Looks like we lost Ed. Yeah, I really love that tune. It's like you know, it's just, you see why he won the literature prize with that.
Yeah, that was really cool. I can't believe it's been a year since we did that Dylan tribute.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
I can't believe it.
But here it is again. I know.
Even Picky likes it. He's like, I'm done. The music stopped. I'm coming down. There you go. Sounded great, Eric. Good to see you.
You too, Ed. Thanks again, as always, for having me. It's great to see everybody. Hector, are you up? You going to do something for us?
Yeah, come on, Hector, play a song.
Sure, let me get my guitar.
Come on, man.
Picky's like, there's no music, so I'm out of here. How about a treat? You want a treat?
Hey, are you going to sing something for us tonight?
I'm going to start things off with a Beatle tune. Somebody's favorite Beatle tune. Every Beatle song is probably somebody's favorite Beatle song, right? It's called Norwegian Wood. Wait a second, I got my mic on. Shit. Wait a sec. Here.
What just happened?
Take two. 1, 2. Monty, here we
The
go.
late night jam. That's when the magic happens.
All right, here we go. Now I'm going to do it for real. Better.
I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She just be right in, isn't it good? Norwegian Wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. So I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. I sat on a rug, isn't it good, Norwegian Wood? So I looked around and then she said, it's time for bed. She told me she worked in the morning and started to laugh. I told her I didn't, so I crawled out to sleep in the bath. And when I awoke, I was alone, this bed had flown. So I lit a fire, isn't it good, Norwegian Wood?
Thank you. I should have stuck with the finger pick and it sounded better. The next one I'm going to do is a song by Brandi Carlile called, what's it called again? It's a one-word song. Anyway, this is the song. This is the story.
All of my lines across my face show you the story who I am. So many stories where I've been. Now I got to where I am. But the stories don't mean anything when you got no one to tell them to. It's true. I was made for you. I climbed across the mountain tops, swimming across the ocean blue, lost all the lines and I broke all the rules, but baby I broke them all for you. All because even when I was flat broke, you made me feel like $1,000,000. It's true. I was made for you. You see the smile that's on my mouth. It's hiding the words don't come out. All my friends all think that I'm blessed. They don't know my head is a mess. like you do. I was made for you. All of these lines across my face show you the story of who I am. So many stories where I have been. Now I got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything if you got no one to tell them to. It's true. I was made for you. Oh, yes, it's true. I was made for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great tune.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate
You
that.
sing with so much passion, Hector. I can't believe it.
That seems to be my calling card. I try to, pull that back sometimes, and sometimes I'm successful, and sometimes I'm not. I think I.
No, it's terrific. Love it. Absolutely love it. All
Thank you.
right,
Thank you
you
very much.
guys. I've got a couple of videos to play. I'm going to play my friend Rick Crossman, who couldn't make it on tonight, but he sent me a couple of videos, and I think Dennis played a role in sort of brokering that. But there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to produce this show, and some people they're like you two guys in particular, everybody on the screen really is like, you know what? You just tell me to show up, and even if you don't, I'm showing up, and we're going to do some music, right? Some people are like, no, I don't want to overstay my welcome. I don't want to come out. I don't know. And you got to pull. You got.
Do we have anything better to do?
You got to reel. Nobody's got anything better to do. Nobody in the world has anything better to do.
What else? Sleep?
And so you got to go out there and be like, who haven't I seen in a while, right? Who haven't I seen? So today I was like, I wonder what Cliff Kreuter is doing. So I'm like, where's Cliff? I haven't seen Cliff around. I want to see Cliff. And so another person I want to see is Gary.
Gary, yeah. Maybe we'll get him over here one day soon.
Where's Gary? Gary vanished. So I want to, you guys got to
Gary
come
got
on.
married, so he's sort of this newlywed married thing.
I know, you had the newlywed thing going on. My God. But, so I want to see his face. If he just comes on or whatever. And I want to see.
You're asking for him.
And so Cliff actually sent me a video of him playing. I'm going to play that, but I'm going to play Rick Crossman right now. He's going to do a couple of songs, and I hope you guys hang out. And here he comes right after this.
Well, it seems I've gone just a little bit crazy lately, worrying about things that I haven't got done. And maybe I did, maybe I didn't try to get just one complete, but nobody gets through life undefeated. Seems I've gone just a little bit crazy lately, trying to figure out what's going on. And maybe I did, maybe I didn't try to get myself committed, but nobody's getting through life undefeated. Well, I guess that's just the way the story goes. How it works out in the end, nobody knows. And you say you're getting headaches like you gotta find a way to make them stop. Try not worrying about things you can't control, 'cause worrying too much takes a toll. Seems I've gone just a little bit crazy lately, writing about things what others have done. So maybe I will, maybe I won't get to the end with a great result. Nobody's getting through life undefeated. And I guess that's just the way the story goes. How it works out in the end, nobody knows. And say you're getting headaches a lot, you gotta find a way to make them stop. Try not worry about things you can't control, 'cause worrying too much really takes its toll. And nobody's going through life undefeated. Hi, it's Rick. A song I wrote called Loneliness Ain't No Place for the Lonely. Her lights turned down low, TV a bright glow. She looks on with an no expression stare. Her husband's been gone over a decade long, yet she talks to him as if he's never left his chair. Yeah, loneliness ain't no place for the lonely. Loneliness ain't no place to live at home. Loneliness ain't no place for the lonely, when you never ever plan to live alone. In his house, he's homebound, can't go to town to hang with his friends at his favorite bar. Walks his dog down the street, from a distance he might see a neighbor thrown away from their passing car. 'Cause loneliness ain't no place for the lonely. Loneliness ain't no place to live at home. Loneliness ain't no place for the lonely, when you never ever plan to be alone. What you gonna do? You don't wanna catch the flu. You better stay away. What feels like a month of time is really just a day. We all have a friend discouraged at wit's end, can only talk to the wall as if it cares. Plans, wishes, dreams might fall short it seems. They want another someone whose life they could share. 'Cause loneliness ain't no place for the lonely. Loneliness ain't no place to be at home. Loneliness ain't no place for the lonely, when you never ever plan to live at home. When you never ever plan to live alone. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Rick Crossman. Yeah, he's good, that guy. Rick Crossman. So yeah, so I haven't done this before. I did it earlier on the show, and I just went on my Venmo. Yeah, so you know, I'm promoting down here, like the ticker tape going by. I'm saying, hey, can you donate to the show? And really, it means can you donate to me? I'm a musician. I'm a working musician, like a lot of us, and I sort of spent a lot of time doing music, but you know, there's no venue paying my tab anymore. And we've done 10 of these shows, and I do it as a labor of love. I'm going to continue to do it until the cows come home. And it looks like the cows are friggin' coming home. It looks like we're going to be doing this well into next year. I don't know. I don't think it's going to, live music is going to open up. I could be wrong. You know, Bobby could call me up and say, hey, we're back this summer. Yay. But, you know, I just saw something that said Connecticut is going to sort of open up in stages, and then maybe in the end of June they're going to go to stage 2, and then maybe in a month after that, which is end of July, they're going to go to stage 3. Stage 3 is, like maybe some smaller gatherings and things like that. They say, oh, restaurants can open then, but not bars, outdoor places, and I don't know. So who knows what could happen between now and then. Meanwhile, I ain't got no stimulus check, and I ain't got no unemployment, and I ain't got no small business loans and whatever, and and I'm not one to usually panhandle, but I am going to put out a digital tip bucket. A bunch of people have written me and went, you know what? If you need it, maybe people will donate, and it's amazing. People donated already based on that one discussion with Greg Oliveris, and and I'm not going to hammer this and hammer. I'm not going to be like PBS, like, hey, let's bring on so-and-so to talk about how PBS is the best thing ever. Like, I know I love doing this. I do this because I get a chance to see everybody. But I could use some help right now. I've got a couple of things cooking behind the scenes, and I'd love to be able to not worry about going broke in the process. I'm teaching a little. I'm paying my bills. I'm okay. I'm happy. I'm healthy. And I get to see all my friends. So in that sense, I'm fortunate, blessed. It's true. But that doesn't mean I'll turn away your money. So show me the money. All right. So you can go to my PayPal. You can go to my my Venmo. Here's what it is. There's a Venmo. It's streaming on the bottom of the screen. And if you feel like doing that, you can do that. And so now I'm going to do something crazy. I asked Cliff to make a video, Cliff Kreuter, to make a video of him wearing headphones and playing, so that I could do something like what I did with Scotty, and I could play along and I could add some tracks. And I love doing collaborative videos. So if anybody wants to do a collaborative video with me, we're putting together this kind of network of people to do collaborative videos. It's a great way for a band player or a group player or anybody who wants to play in anything from a duo to a 10-piece band to really sound good. We did a great one with Mike Baumwall and Joe Mayo and JC Alza and others. Tonight we debuted that. That'll be on Facebook. You can take a look at that. And it's so gratifying to do these videos. And I can't think of anything I'd rather be doing than staying up all night making collaborative videos. Last night I was up until 4 o'clock in the morning mixing that Stevie Wonder tune. And, so let's do these things. Let's keep this going. And for now, I'm going to play Cliff's video. Cliff kind of blew it. He didn't get the part where you have to play it in headphones, so he just played along with the track. And I said, you know what? I don't care. I'll have you play with a backing track because I like to see your smiling face, Cliff. Cliff has been a loyal supporter of the Jam for over a decade. I can't believe it. And one of the most selfless, generous guys in the Jam circuit. He will play with anybody, and he just lays down a nice, solid rhythm or lead. And so here comes Cliff Kreuter. Let's see if I push the button the right way. There he is. It's Cliff. Take it away, Cliff. Cliff. Good to see Cliff, right?
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Cliff is a great guy. He's soft-spoken, he's quiet, he keeps to himself, and he comes to the jam, you know, like I'll say, so he'll write me, he'll be like, what time is the jam? And I'll be like, the jam starts at, I don't know, whenever we're doing it, you know, 7:30 or whatever. He'll show up at 6. I'm loading the gear, he's there, he's like, you know what, I came from work, decided to come by and hang out, and he will just hang out patiently, say hi to everybody, try to get on the stage and head out, and, you know, he lays it down, and I don't think Cliff gets enough credit. He's a solid player, and I really enjoy having him on the stage. It's really kind of fun. So
can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I moved out here February of last year.
Right.
So I'd been trying to get hold of somebody, and I finally got onto Stanford Musicians thing and said, where's a good jam night, open mic night?
Right.
Frank sent me back a message, said, go see Ed Train stuff.
Yeah, right.
On Wednesday. So I showed up we got our keys to our apartment on February 2nd. I showed up to the jam on February 13th.
Where were we, by the way?
At Peaches.
At Peaches, right.
At Peaches. I wandered downstairs, and there's Eric sitting there. He looks like a musician. So I said, are you Ed? Because you had a mustache or a goatee in your Facebook page.
And he said, yes.
And he goes, no, he's upstairs. So I go up there. I just found that video back on your rummaging through your old stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. It was, I'd run into Eric. Pat Dowdry was there.
Yeah,
Cliff was there. Rick Crossman was there.
Right.
Greg Enright was there. And Henry was playing drums. And I got up for the first time, and I found that video. It was great. Appreciate you welcoming me in.
You got to send me a link to that video. I want to see that. I'm going to start running some old clips from some of the old jams over the years. You
need to organize that stuff.
I film. Okay, I got a case here of hard drives. Like,
I'm
you
sure.
know, hard drives didn't have that much memory, and video was big and not compressed much. And I've got, you know, terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of video that I shot.
Video is huge.
And so I have audio and video of like everything that I ever did, you know, every jam, everything. And I've got to start getting through that. But send me that clip. I would love to have that.
That was fun.
Get the people together maybe online to watch themselves playing back when, you know.
And then some of the other ones, the social club, what was it? The kids.
Oh yeah,
Southwind Social
Club. Yeah,
they were fun to play with too.
Yeah, really fun. You know, like for everybody that's coming on Jam TV now, all I do in my head is imagine all the people that I'm not seeing, you know, that I've seen over the years that, you know, they stroll in on a weird night and there they are. And, you know, there's Jeffrey Velez and there's Brooks and Mary and there's all these great people that sort of wander through. I hope they're okay. I hope everybody's fine.
Yeah, I see a few new ones all the time, and all the old ones just keep coming back through, which is great to run across them again.
No, we're going to start doing. So send me a link to that thing. But right now, I'm going to play. We don't have that much time left. We actually have a 4-hour hard limit, which is in 19 minutes. Geez. And I'm going to play a video right now of a young woman who is from Estonia and who came across Jam TV. And she said, can I be on Jam TV? And I'm like, I don't know. Can you? And so she's going to come on and I'm going to play her video. I shot a segment with her. So we're going to shoot that right now.
Cool.
Okay, welcome back. We're on Jam TV. And I'm going to bring in a special guest. Helena from Estonia is going to be joining us. And here she comes. Hi. Oh, I have you muted. Welcome into the studio at Jam TV.
Yeah, hey.
So you're in Estonia. Tell me a little bit about your musical background. What do you do?
I play piano. I learned in music school for about 7.5 years. It was a long time ago, but the main thing is learned. And I was a little girl, then I wanted to learn everything on my own. Started the time when I created some music, some songs. Then I learned to play different things. But in the end, I wanted to create something different, you know, something new. Tried something new, and and then we made HL Jenny. This is the artist name.
That sounds great. And so do you have a partner that you work with, or do you work alone?
Yeah, I have. We
Who's
team,
that?
yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, he's Marek, and his other names are Commodore Boy and Second Lounge. Also, you can check it on SoundCloud and YouTube.
That sounds great. Yeah, so all of us, we play music live. I don't know if you're a recording artist or do you perform live as well?
We have done one live, yes, but now we want to organize other party or something. We don't know when, because this is situation in the world right now is a little bit crazy,
I know, absolutely.
But yeah, and the little one went also to the local newspaper also. Mhm.
Right. And so are you on lockdown also? You're stuck at home like all of us?
It was a little bit difficult more some weeks ago. It was more crazy, but right now it's a little bit better. Yeah, better.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So tell us a little bit about the song that I'm going to play right now.
Okay. We tried something. He suggested me, let's try this one. And then I went, okay, I want to try. And this is Coming to My Dreams. It's originally Foggy by Foggy, Coming to My Dreams. And we made Italo disco version than our own version. It's like dance, more dance.
Right. Well, that sounds great. And I'm going to bring it on the air right now. Hang around. We'll talk a little bit afterwards.
Okay, all right.
Well, look at that. I've got a bug on Helena's segment, and I'm going to have to redo that. We'll have to do it next week, but we got to meet her a little bit. And, oh, well, we had the crazy audio bug. This is a miracle this works at all, this internet stuff. But guess what I'm going to play now, Dennis? Guess what I pulled out?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly. So I have one guy that I want to put in, but I think I'm going to put him in next week. We're sort of in the late night, like hangout, easy thing going here. And everybody has seen this on the internet.
All right, guys, Facebook Live people. We're about to start our jam. Some amazing players tonight. We got sax players, we got guitar players, we got all happening right now at Peaches Southern Grill right here. We're gonna be playing all kinds of shit we don't know. Hey, Alexander Maxwell. All right, see you in a couple minutes. I'm gonna go play some drums.
I grabbed this off the net and I just wanted to see Steve do his thing.
Yeah, awesome.
Hold on. Let me get some lyrics.
Now I feel like I'm at Peaches. I gotta yell. I gotta be like, can you hear me? That was one loud room.
It was.
I'm telling you.
How you guys doing?
And when they got out of the business, I was thinking, oh man, another venue folds. That's so terrible. And then like the whole world folded a minute later.
Yeah.
Look at Steve Wexler playing the drums. I love it.
All right, where do we go? How about
So that's Sean Redmond, Craig Enright. It's Jason Jones, I think maybe, and JC Alza.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure. I think I might be on the keys.
Kids.
Or it could be Dan from Soul Daddy.
Dan's in there.
Dan is in there, I think.
Yeah, you hear his guitar.
Right. Yeah, that's Dan. Boy, do I miss this.
I would have been a $10 fine.
That was fun hearing JC and Steve together.
It was. All right, check this out. You
That was 5 minutes of tuning.
Yeah, how do I full screen it? Here we go. You.
Yeah, in the back.
Pat,
I'm pointing
and,
to the screen.
Greg and there's Cliff.
Cliff's way back there.
Who's that on the guitar? Is that Rick Crossman?
Rick.
Oh, yeah.
Rick Crossman's on guitar.
And Henry on
the drums.
So when was that again?
February 13th.
Wow. I kind of just listening to them messing around too, you know?
Yeah.
There's me going like this.
Yeah. I was only a little nervous.
Was this your first night?
Yes.
Well, I had my fancy keyboard with the software and the
Every day I've got the blues. Every day I've got the blues. With my bad luck and trouble, you know, sure I hate to lose. Nobody loves me, nobody seems to care. Nobody loves me, nobody seems to care. Bad luck and trouble, you know, I've had my share. Nobody loves me, nobody seems to care.
It's really fun to see that.
It is. That was fun.
Really super fun. We're getting to a point where we're going to wrap it up for Jam TV tonight.
You only got a couple minutes left here.
Yeah, we got a couple minutes left and all that. Really fun. I'm going to start playing more segments. Thanks for sending me that one. I can't believe that was your first night.
That was my first night. That was fun.
So what did you come away with? Like, it takes a lot of nerve to show up at a place, but what did you come away? You were like, this is all right, or were you like, I don't know?
No, it was, when's the next one?
Yeah,
I was ready for Friday.
Absolutely. That was super good. Really, really
Yeah,
fun.
that was fun. Yeah, I was excited for the rest of them. Which is
really
why
good.
I keep coming around. You can't get rid of me that easy.
It's true. It's true. All right, Dennis, really good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks.
Have a good night. We'll do it again.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
It's kind of fun
See
to
ya.
co-host and hang out with everybody, and you feel like you're, it's better than just watching, I think, right?
Yeah, it was fun. It was a
If
lot of
anybody
fun.
else wants to come on, come on next week, and we'll do this some more. Good to see you, man.
Yeah. good.
So that was Dennis. Yeah, so we got a couple minutes left. And listen, so this is the first show. We're going to get serious at the end, very serious. The business, put my business hat on. I put it out there. I was talking to Greg Oliveris, and I'm like, you know what? Some people have their jobs. Some people still making money. Their hardship is that they're working from home and that they've got their families and they can't focus and their routine is disrupted and all that, but they're getting their bread, they're getting their money, or they got their stimulus check, or they get their unemployment. I'm not getting any of that. I didn't get a stimulus check. I didn't get any unemployment. And not because I'm so rich, not because I'm a billionaire. I'm not getting my billions, right? It's, I'm a musician, so I sort of fall through the cracks if something crazy like this happens. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that the idea of music would go away, of live music? I had so many eggs in the basket of live music, putting on festivals, putting bands together, helping people with bookings and helping clubs get bookings and doing jams. And I'm Mr. like, get people together. And then there's a pandemic. He's like, no, we don't want anybody to get anybody together ever again. And I'm like, holy moly. And I thought, okay, we'll do this for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but it looks like it's going to be a while. And I'm starting to feel like the pinch a little bit, like I'm making some money teaching. I'm doing okay. I'm fine. All right. There are people who are sick. There are people who are in big trouble. I'm not in big trouble, but I'm not in no trouble, and it would be great if people could donate to Venmo or to PayPal. And so I took a look just a little while ago during one of the breaks. I took a look at my Venmo and got a bunch of people, like 6 or 7 people contributed, and I'm really, really grateful and thankful. And oh my God, that would make such a difference to me if I could just collect a few clams on every Jam TV, and it would sort of take the edge off. I've got another show that I'm doing with Jam TV. I know I've been talking about it a while, but I'm ready to launch it. I'm going to launch it this weekend. It's an interview show. I'm not sure the format yet. I may do them as freestanding interviews on a YouTube channel, and I'll stream them live as well. But I've got great interviews. I got 10 in the can, and I would love to interview you. So if you want to tell me who you are and your background and all that stuff, I would love to have you. Meanwhile, this was show number 10. It was great to have you on Jam TV, and I will see you all very, very soon.